It started.
Yeah, you down with BCP? You down with BCP?
Shit, fuck Green Bay.
Content is intended for a mature audience. Only viewer discretion is strongly advised. Yeah. To the tune of OPP, minority by nature. No time for idle chitter chat and petty iteration. Teaming to me exponentially like I'm Barack's inauguration. Erratic calculations, nah, I runs the infinite. Only way I slow me down is with some calcing by a limit. They might no longer show the work, the answer self-evident. Some truth should be proclaimed in the Declaration of Independence. Things not instantaneous can be approximated by adding up our changes till everything integrated. Word to my partners in calculus. Yo, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. Integral, grind exponential. You down with BCP? That's the way we rotate radiannually. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo. You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP? You down with BCP? That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah, you down with BCP? Yeah, you know me. You down with BCP? Let's blow. Switch the flow. Shift the tempo. Yeah. Respect the pivot, bruh. Mean median mode. Accumulate the statistics with my bars each row. Distribute probability.
PJ pulls himself. Look at this. PJ pulls himself. You know what? You have just absolved all your rights for me to not pull you in the future because you just pulled yourself, my man. PJ finally back from his halt as a coach, and he pulls himself. Sorry, guys. What's up, Foster? What's up, Shreem?
Hello, gentlemen.
Mr. Shorty.
Is PJ going to come back?
PJ, there you go.
Dude, man, this dude, I'm telling. I mean, he come up with creative ways of not knowing how to dance. But hold on a second, fellas. I'll be right back. I actually got to do something.
Real quick, though,
He's gonna go back and dance.
Acceptance is the answer, so I just accept how bad his dancing is, Pete.
PJ, we can't even see him because he turned off his own mic. So he's back there right now, just like, I gotta get this out of my system.
No, it's something important, man. You're not that important, damn it. Damn, Shorty, man. Hey, wow, that line.
Oh my goodness.
It's very easy to ignore the fact that we're metalheads trying to dance to hip hop. It just never turns out well, but it's always entertaining.
Yeah.
So that means, wait. So if I understand that correctly, you don't like your.
Shiro, but the authority. We talking about Shiro. We talking to Shiro.
No, you don't like it.
I love it because you graced me with it. So how could I ever reject something like that? I'm still touched. I'm still impressed that AI said my goddamn last name correctly. That's most impressive.
Oh no, it took me a while. It took me a while. That was the best one that it made. Oh,
it's been a long time, baby. Shiro, pop the authority. Yo.
Is it T or Thee?
C, like it, yes,
Okay.
Correct.
I think
But,
I said it right the first time, but wrong the second time.
I am not going to quibble for the sheer fact that you went through all that time and effort. So I will keep my mouth shut about that last syllable.
Hey, it's all good, man. You can critique. We love constructive criticism here. So anything, I'll make you a metal one.
unless you put that mirror back onto yourself, make yourself a metal one. I'm good with what you have. If we do it for all of us, especially PJ, I think he'd appreciate it the most.
Yeah.
Appreciate what?
If we gave you a heavy metal theme song for yourself.
For me?
Yes.
Heavy metal?
Yes.
No, you're thinking about Dan. PJ's not a heavy metal guy.
Oh man, my sarcasm still needs some work.
Oh, that was sarcasm. Oh, sorry.
Because I was like, metal. I mean, heavy metal. Whoa.
I would say I'm probably. I don't know how much Dan. I don't know how much. I can't remember, Shorty, how much you listen to metal, but
This
Okay.
much.
They
I-
were
I-
a movie,
I
though.
appreciate.
so I'm
I
probably
appreciate-
the top man on the panel for you when it comes to metal, and I'm not up to date like I used to be 10, 12 years ago.
All the more reason for us to hang out soon so I could get you refreshed.
Shree's like a death metal lover, though. He's not like 90s hair metal. Or
Oh, my friend, I started with Def Leppard Hysteria. That's how I got my start into that world.
Love that album.
And Motley Crue, Dr. Feelgood, those two albums actually were my gateway into everything else.
Interesting. But do you like it anymore?
That first
Uh,
Tool album was my favorite, Tree. The first one.
Honestly, I'll never get sick of Don't Laugh. Out of a couple of songs. I never was a fanboy for Guns N' Roses just because they were too popular. They were just played all the time on the radio, so I got sick of it very, very quickly. But there was one song that I never got sick of because it was included in my favorite movie of all time, Terminator 2, the song You Could Be Mine, one of the coolest songs they ever made, if you ask me. But for Motley Crue, this is the one I said don't laugh at. The song Too Young to Fall in Love is still one of the grooviest songs I've ever heard, like a glam metal band. Yes, beautiful song. Beautiful song.
It's my favorite song on that album.
The drumming starts it off and it never stops. Beautifully done.
I bet you that's PJ's too, right?
I'm not telling you.
You lost me when you said heavy metal.
PJ's like, why did I come back to this channel?
Oh, PJ, my friend, I will have depends. What are you into? R&B, old soul? What are you into?
Gospel.
Ah,
A little bit of R&B. The early R&B, not currently.
That's why I started dancing like this.
Like
Because he said, you gotta slow down, baby.
maybe the earlier rap a little bit. Depends on, if I'm working out. When I'm working out, I was listening to like 2000s rap. I have that in my playlist.
oh, I'm a dinosaur compared to you, PJ. Because for me, hip hop and rap, like one of the greatest eras was like the early to mid '90s. So KRS-One, Enter the Wu-Tang, The Chronic, LL Cool J, Mr. Smith, one of my favorite albums of all time. So I'm a dinosaur compared to you.
Yeah, you are, because I remember hearing those, but I really wasn't drawn to those. But there was a guy, I don't know if you remember, I'm sure you do, knowing who you are. Cinderfella, you remember him?
I do.
Dana
Yes.
Dane? Yeah. When I was in Korea, I heard him because we was limited on what music we had over there. So
Wait, you were in North Korea?
South Korea.
And even there you were limited in music, huh?
Yeah. In the 80s.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Are you sure you weren't in North Korea? Listen,
I was there once upon a time. I ain't gonna say the mission though, because I might have to shoot somebody. So
this show is completely started off the entire rails. Normally we would just do our opener with the three of us, but I'm just not used to you being here anymore, Peach, and that's great to have you back for one thing.
now, I can leave.
I wish you wouldn't.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's an honor to have you back, and it just takes a little second to get used to. And fucking Foster is just like here one day, not the next. It's like, good to see you too again, my friend. And we would normally just start the show with the three of us and warm everyone up. But I want to say, Peach, it's great to have you back again. Like you're here for a while. It seems it's gonna be awesome. Missed you, Foster. Missed you last week. All joking aside, hope you're well. That beard is, it's
Santa Clausy.
I hate my beard. This
Unruly.
fucking thing is killing me just looking at it. So
Unruly, man.
Santa
I would
Claus.
say it's more. I'd say it's more Greg Luzinski than Santa Claus.
Just hurts my eyes looking at that shit. I'd rather look at the freshly shaved vagina.
Oh my gosh.
And off the rails we go again.
Yes, I didn't realize Man Cow was our host.
At least he didn't bring anything else up. I mean, it's something I could deal with. You know what? The chat's telling me, man, shut the fuck up, Shorty, and get to the chat. Oh,
Let's get to the chat.
Let's say that out loud.
Yeah, let's get to the chat.
The
Minister Charles. Wait, Peach, ready?
Minister
Charles
Johnson.
Johnson.
Okay, B Shep 23, Cliff Victoria.
John S.
Simon S.
That's
Simon.
my cousin. That's my cousin. What's up, Simon? What's up, my man? What do you think of the beard?
Says 3450.
Simon, this is your ice fishing beard, right? What do you think of it? Huh? Not bad.
The Scrolls. Armando Lara Jr.
Cliff Victoria. One of our members.
Yeah.
John S.
Roberto Hernandez.
Armando Lera Jr. and
Luigi.
And Patty, his lovely wife, Patty Lera Jr. as well. Thank you guys. You guys are, from the day that we became friends on Sean Sierra's show, and I'm feeling like I should just promote it right now.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, religiously at 9 a.m. Central until 11 a.m. Central. Made good friends with Patty and Armando, and they are in our chat now, and they're in all of our chats, and it's just amazing. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Sean Sierra as well for becoming a friend. Tony Moy, Mr. Mayhem. Go ahead, Pete. Who else?
69.
No, I want to promote another show.
Oh, yeah? What do you want to promote? You got a show coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's called Shoveling My Snow.
Oh, I think I have a clip for that.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Dick Richards.
Is it getting bad down where you are? Or is it about to?
Yeah, I think I got a couple of inches already.
Oh my gosh.
That's it, bro? Shit, my wife's
That's what she said?
There you go, Carl.
Is it gonna grow to more? Starting with a couple, I hope it becomes a few more, buddy.
Good night,
PJ was getting I think PJ was getting tired of giving all the rest of us weird looks for homoerotic language, so he had to jump in on the fun, obviously.
Oh no, you have no idea, Shri. There's been shows where like this guy he's like in a giddy mood, like nobody can say anything. It's like Beavis and Butthead. He said fart. Whoa. Oh, man. That's what I love about having you back, Peach. Just make the show of the show, man.
Well, is it snowing up there, Foster? Shurion? Is this?
I'm sorry.
Is it snowing up there?
Not at O'Hare. Not by the airport.
Not for the next week, I don't think. It was bad last weekend, but since then it got warmer, kind of, and everything melted, and not everything, but things melted and seems reasonable right now. Yes.
Did it rain in the city?
Not today. I don't think so.
Yesterday I'm talking about.
Gosh. Yeah. You're right. It might have for a little bit. Yes.
That helped.
Yep, for sure.
39 degrees here in Atlanta-ish area.
Just rub it
39?
in.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Get burned too.
Just rub it in there.
39 Fahrenheit in Atlanta?
Correct.
Interesting. Does it get like that in the winters? I never knew that. I plead ignorance on this.
Not December.
It was 52 during the day here. And then it got down to it's going to get down to a low of 36 tonight. So that's pretty much the winter here. Maybe we hit the mid 20s, but nowhere below the 20s at night.
Do you get like one snow per season, or what happens?
Not even one every 5 One year I had enough snow that it stuck in the shade for a week.
Okay.
In the shade.
Wow.
There's no salt down here, so all your classic cars don't rot. Even your current
68
car
in
doesn't rot.
Arizona. Wow.
Yeah, well,
John
we're,
S. says it's
it's
68
us
in
in
Arizona.
Chicago, and we're 10, 12 degrees below normal every day for almost 2 weeks.
Cliff saying
Usually not this
Hmm.
not cold. It's usually, we'd never get this much snow in the last week of November, first week of December. It never happened in 60 years.
Right.
Just saying, go look.
Hmm.
It's
going to be cold as hell this Sunday. Yeah, like they said, a high of 10, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Bears game could be 28 below with the wind chill factor.
That's so fucked up for December. That's so weird for Chicago.
That's end of January weather, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're going to talk some Bears now. You want to talk some
Yeah,
Bears?
like I want to.
No, I'd rather talk about the weather.
Okay.
And we'll start with the fact that we are grateful that Caleb's hands are much bigger than Dave Craig's hands, and so it shouldn't be a problem in the winter.
Mm-hmm. You know what big hands mean, right, Peach?
Mm-hmm. Big gloves.
If it doesn't fit, you must quit. 10 degrees on Sunday. The coldest regular season game at Soldier Field at this time of year, I guess, right?
Oh shit! The Josh McCown game.
Coldest. Yeah.
I think.
No. For the audio listeners, right now we're looking at a tweet from Brad Biggs. This is him saying, with this game Sunday being forecasted with a high of 10 degrees, here are the 6 coldest regular season games at Soldier Field ever. 2022, there was a 35-13 loss to the Bills with a 9-degree game, -12 wind chill. In 2013, a win over the Cowboys. I believe that was the Monday night, like Sriram said, the Josh McCown game. Another -9 degrees wind chill. And then in 2008, the Bears actually beat the Packers in a 2-degree game with a -13 wind chill. I think the other games,
I was at that game,
to round out the top 6, were from 89, 83, and 77, with those games being 10 degrees, 3 degrees, and 10 degrees, respectively.
Can you go up a little bit and show that last one? That Packers game in 28? I was there. It was the best fucking time I've ever had at a game. I could 2 fucks about the cold. 2 fucks. 3 fucks about the cold. The best time I've ever had. Okay. There's a pause, so I'll explain it to you. Went to like a guy's house with a guy I work with, a party in the Bears basement, got in this Bears RV loaded with Italian beef sandwiches.
What are we talking about here?
A Bears game. I went to that 2008 20-17 win over the Packers. Loaded up fucking Bears RV. We go on we tailgate. We're smoking cigars. I'm wearing a full body suit, like snowsuit. We're drinking hot toddies. We ate Italian beefs, in our tailgate, smoking cigars, drinking hottie toddies. Best fucking game. We ended up losing it, but we go back to the camper, and they have a full thing of like Subway sandwiches for all of us. It was the best time I've ever had. Fuck the weather. The weather doesn't matter. You go there and you have fun, and the weather doesn't matter, is my point.
Amazing. So you guys took the RV to tailgate? Is that what happened?
We took this. It was literally a Bears RV, inside and out, like painted professionally on the outside.
Amazing.
A drive RV, right? Like parked it there, tailgated, all the people that they know, smoking cigars, hottie toddies.
One question. How many brothers was at that event?
I was all black guys.
Not a one.
You're damn right it was. It was all
not a one. Not a one.
I was like, maybe I can get him to believe me.
Actually think about doing fish and spaghetti.
Man. Hanging out in the cold like that? Nah.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of those Norwegian.
Well, as soon as you see an RV, you're like, camping? Ah, fuck that shit.
Camping? No. Yeah. On a boat? Definitely not. No. We good.
I wanted to get to the there was a chat. Somebody said something in chat that I wanted
that last boat trip didn't go so well.
I think it was in Scrolls. Shit. It was about DJ. So because the thumbnail is about DJ. Like, let's just talk about DJ for a moment, okay? Because I haven't really.
Good wide receiver. Great wide receiver. Great.
I agree. Yak, great yak, but he's not like he's not your he's not your go-to wide receiver in the moment that you need a wide receiver. Like,
I disagree with that.
Well, let me finish.
Why is that?
because Caleb Williams is 6'1" and 1/8, and he needs a bigger target to throw to.
So it's a Caleb problem, not a DJ problem.
well, if DJ, no, it's a DJ problem because he was taller, he'd be the go-to wide receiver. So why isn't like we've seen last year, like DJ, like, oh, he runs off the field and the play's still going, and Caleb's looking for him, but he's not even on the field, and he wasn't injured. Like DJ is great, but he just seems to have I could give two fucks about this moment situation, and it just seems like he might not be the most reliable as far as like following you and shadowing the quarterback to get himself into a position to make a play for him on the move. Like once he's done with his route, he's done with it.
He wasn't doing that the first 5 or 6 games.
But he's like
too much to go into with this, right? I mean,
this season is
you got to look at it from every angle.
Like right now, as compared to previous seasons.
Yeah, but look at all the crappy quarterbacks that he's done gotten 1,000 yards with. Go down the list.
Correct. How many Pro Bowls is he?
If you've got all these subpar quarterbacks throwing him 1,000 yards, what's going on?
Is he expendable?
Foster, do you think that DJ Moore's success was because he was surrounded by a team that was devoid of talent everywhere else?
And it was the only guy to go to.
I'm sure it didn't hurt. Absolutely positive it didn't hurt. You got to cover every side of the spectrum here, man. Be fair and be honest about it.
But listen, this is just conversation. I'm not saying I believe one way or another, because I'll be completely honest. I have not had any time because of work to pay any fucking attention to any of this. But these are the headlines that I decided to make a headline out of tonight. And so the question begs, should we talk about it? And I don't even know what we're talking about. Like, is DJ Moore, does he not have the chemistry with Caleb? Like, his numbers are down. That's obvious, but what are the reasons why, guys? You want to start with that, PJ? Because I know you're going to go, well, it's because Justin Fields isn't throwing him the ball.
No, I'm not going to say that. I do remember saying 2 years ago that in 2 years, when everybody was talking about DJ being a good wide receiver and blah, 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 I said in 2 years, people would turn their back on DJ. Lo and behold, they start turning back on DJ. Here's the thing. We always got to complain about something, I guess, as fans. We got to complain. So it's now DJ's turn in the bucket. The reality is DJ does still get open. He doesn't get the ball. Is he always open? No, he's not 7-11. He's not always open, but he still gets open. Whether or not they choose to give him the ball, have him as a primary on a certain route, probably not. But I think he's the best receiver on our team, period. If I was the head coach, I would make a point of getting my best receiver the ball. Force feed him if I have to. But for him to get a screen pass or a shovel pass or whatever it was for behind the line of scrimmage when a guy wasn't blocked and he got hit and creamed, that's the only pass he gets. Ridiculous. But that's just me.
You know what, though? I get it, PJ. I'm with you, too, because and then you see the frustration setting in with him. And he doesn't sit there and make a big deal out of it, but how could anybody not see the frustration setting in? And we could talk about this all we want. Long and short of the story is, if he's good with Caleb, then he's here. And if he's not good with Caleb, they'll move on from DJ and do what they have to do to keep Caleb satisfied. That's the whole thing we're talking about. But that's the long and the short of it.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
That's only one topic. Talk about some of the Packer stuff after Shree talks about this, man. There's some good stuff out of that game. Look at Ozzy Rapido. Go ahead, Shree.
David Newberry says, y'all are jealous of Foster's beard.
Absolutely.
That thing looks like a fucking goat growing out of a cow's asshole.
Sriwan, what do you think about DJ?
I'm still focusing on that last comment. I'm processing it still. I'm joking. I was doing my best to.
No, you're not. You're still trying to process it.
He's going, what the fuck, Shirley?
No, you prior to that comment, I considered myself emotionally invincible, and good job, you've proven me wrong on that. But so the Packers game, Foster, it's good that you brought that up even in context with DJ, because I didn't get a chance to go back and rewatch the game until today. So I had a good 4 days of disconnect, we'll call it, from the emotions of Sunday, to be able to watch it again today as objectively as possible. So as we were talking, and in terms of the actual 2 times he had his hands anywhere near a football, which were both wide receiver screens, where I think, or he got blown up famously on that, the second one they tried, if we all remember, he got almost killed. What I did see, though, is, and this is a more philosophical and even like game flow question, I think we likely may be in agreement here that a 60-minute football game is no doubt momentum-based and momentum shift-based. So if a harbinger of momentum is your opening drive, and scripted or not, if it is a momentum creator for a team that can put a 7-0 spot on the opponent, and then suddenly that means its defensive philosophy on the opponent's first drive does change, maybe potentially ever so slightly. That first drive, if I recall, either Caleb's first or second pass attempt was 20 yards middle of field to DJ, and DJ was open. It was a layered throw, so it wasn't easy. I think he had to get it between linebacker, DJ, and a safety behind him. But that throw was very, very airmailed, and it ended up being a 3-and-out that drive. I liked the fact that one of his first more complicated throws was to DJ, middle of the field. That usually says something about trust, if you ask me. But what I saw the rest of the game was, I saw, and this might be a Ben Johnson philosophy thing as well. How many deep shots did we actually see that game? I think I counted one attempt, like more than 30, 40 air yards. I think there was one maybe. I remember some of the highlights we remember from DJ over the years with Carolina and here, whether he was in the slot or lined up wide. Some of his big plays were like, if you remember that one crazy throw PJ Walker made when they were both on the Panthers, when it was like 75 yards. DJ got called for taunting after he caught a touchdown. He took off his helmet, something like that. It was a very famous play. I won't qualify him as a burner, but he's a person who, at least on bigger routes, can get separation vertically. I did not see that much of that happening for DJ this year, as much as we see it attempted for Luther, for example, when some of the deeper shots are taken. And that could be with merit. Yeah, Luther's speed could be burner compared to DJ's, but DJ's strengths have fallen victim to a numbers game, I think, especially between Rome and Luther, and the mouths to feed compared to the receivers we had when DJ was here for year one, especially compared to then, which could partially explain why DJ's numbers in year one with Justin were fairly were good, very good. And in terms of his attitude and body language, which became honestly, it became a circus last year. If you remember when he was accused of taking himself out of a play when he I think he messed up his ankle, something like that. I might have been the Redskins game, one of those last year. And because he's generally laid back, especially with the media, and whatever you see on his game face persona, I'm sensing a little bit of like Jay Cutler redux happening here, except DJ Moore is not described in the same way, like as sources say Jay and Urlacher had friction, Jay and Brandon Marshall had friction, Jay and Devin Hester had friction. We don't hear that at all out of DJ, but we still get the same kind of rhetoric, and not a big fan. I would more prefer that if we go three wide receiver sets, I don't know if it makes sense to honestly necessarily keep DJ in the slot if that's what's happening a lot. I think his opportunities would he would be seen more potentially if he was out wide. And that's what I'm thinking. I hope they do more of that or they go back to that. That's where I saw him at his best, especially on outs. That's where his yards after the catch really took an upswing. So that's my thought process. I'm certainly not out on him. I never subscribe to the body language and poutiness narrative because honestly, when cameras and microphones are in front of you, that's just, you're playing a character and you're playing a persona no matter what anybody says. You're not being your actual self that's my thoughts so far on him.
I played into that in the beginning because of the thumbnail, and I know there's people in here that probably jumped in because of the thumbnail to find out what the fuck we were talking about. But like, I really don't believe that there's any issue with Caleb and DJ and DJ and Ben. I think that it's more of a game plan thing designed by Ben, because DJ in all accounts should be the one that other defenses are game planning for. And so if you, especially in a game like, this is what I was like so perturbed about, is that I'm seeing all this shit coming out about DJ Moore this week. It's like, what is going on with all this DJ Moore talk? And so I just thought, okay, well, since everyone's talking about it, we'll make a thumbnail and the title about it. But I don't think there's a problem with DJ Moore. Like, I think it's a game plan thing. I think it's so Ben or Caleb came into the league with Odunze. Like, you all saw, draft day, how excited he was. He's got his receiver and blah blah blah. He's his go-to guy. Like I said in the beginning, like he's a bigger target.
Is he a number one right now today?
Odunze?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's a 2.
I do too. Right? I'm just asking a question.
Right. So I think he's a 1.
3. Is he a 1 or a 2?
Is he a 1 or a 2?
What? It depends. What do we define one as?
Just one or two.
Just 1 or 2. Answer the question.
At this moment, 2.
Okay.
At this very exact moment, 2.
I think DJ's a 1 and Rome's a 2 because, whatever chemistry they have has been built from their rookie season on to now. Right. And DJ is, I think he's more like, especially last week when with Rome out, everyone probably thought on defense we were going to DJ the entire game. So I think that was probably a lot of game planning to get, to create the dummy routes to get somebody else open. And it just, the Packers probably knew that, right? They probably played against that, and it worked against us, and it made Caleb look bad for not finding him wide open here or there, and it made Ben Johnson look dumb for scheming him wide open here or there when the ball wasn't supposed to go to him, and here and there and blah blah blah. PJ, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Can I give you guys just a little bit more food for thought? How many dummy routes are Jamar Chase, and I hate to say Justin Jefferson, his quarterback can get him the ball, but how many dummy routes are those guys running? I'll let you guys answer.
Well, Justin Jefferson, I could say no. He has.
Well, unintentionally, 90% of his routes now are dummy routes unintentionally.
Well, but Carl, you're talking about two wide receivers who have another second wide receiver who is established, not in year two. They're in year
not
three,
even
4, 5
close in the sake of Minnesota, though, right? I mean, the kid from USC has proven that he can't catch the ball. I don't care if it's the quarterback's fault or not. It's been evident with 3 different quarterbacks. I think that Justin Jefferson stands alone in that room. McCarthy's really starting to like Hawkinson. But my point here is that if DJ Moore is as talented as I personally thought that he was, why isn't he producing? I mean, the guys who are really good, there's no dummy routes. If you're Justin Jefferson, if you're Jamar Chase, if you're Puka Nacua, if you're AJ Brown, that's a little bit of a touchy subject. If you're CeeDee Lamb, you are having the ball thrown to you, period. And in a game against the Packers where you needed a pass catcher to step up in the absence of Rome Odunze, why did DJ Moore just not produce a darn thing?
Because he can't throw the ball to himself.
But then why did Luther Burden produce, even if it was on a smaller scale?
Because a quarterback can't throw the ball. That same quarterback can throw the ball to Luther.
So let's just be straight up about this. Does PJ feel that there is friction, a cause, a reason for a lack of chemistry between Caleb Williams and DJ Moore?
I don't know why Caleb's not throwing him the ball. But be it Rome, who we just all admitted is a number 2, he gets more targets than DJ does. Now, when Rome is out the game, Luther gets more targets than DJ.
OZ had as many as DJ last week, I think.
That's why I'm asking.
And God bless him, he actually caught the ball consistently. He's been much better compared to his. OZ at least is earning his paycheck a little bit over the past 2-3 weeks, I would say, compared to prior.
I thought if you go back and look at his numbers, because I do fantasy, they're better than you think.
Who's OZ's?
OZ's. He had a lull. He had a lull. But go back, because I'm just going on fantasies, man. It's showing catches, targets, yards per catch, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Because he was a guy that was on everybody's boards early because surprisingly, he was getting 7-8 targets and making 6-7 catches a game.
Sure.
Foster, how is our Dungeons and Dragons game going right now?
Everybody's about to die. And
since you're into fantasy games.
The new paneling that I'm putting in the stairway, Peach.
I cannot fucking stand
He was drinking something. He was drinking something when I spoke. The fucking Glenn Morgan fucking rule applied.
I know probably 95% of our chat loves and plays fantasy football, but God, I fucking hate it.
I've never played ever in my life. You have a compadre here, man. I've never played in my entire life.
This conversation is the fact of what OZ is, because I thought it was a great signing at the beginning of the year. I really did. I said it from day one, man.
I had high hopes as well, yes.
Turned out to be a good signing because I don't care who the other 2 guys are. If you keep him in the slot, he's been effective. Only
I think
3
that's part of
games
the
where he spent, and it's not even him. It was more scheming for the games. We did a lot of running. So,
we get a lot of. We do a great job of spreading the ball around, and in doing that, I think some people get lost in the wash, mainly DJ, because when he then is open, he does not get the ball because I guess it's not his turn or something. But I've seen, and I'm not the only one, who's seen several routes where DJ's open, but Caleb goes somewhere else with it. I'm not saying it's a bad pass per se, because on that one touchdown pass, I remember the Rome a few games ago, DJ and Rome was both open. So he could have choose either one and got a touchdown. He just chose Rome. I get him and Rome came in together. They probably close friends, whatever the case may be. But you can't tell me that DJ is average for Scrolls, who's in the chat, said that Moore is an average receiver. No, he's not average. He got over 1,000 yards with 2 different quarterbacks, who many say are subpar quarterbacks, but yet he got over 1,000 yards with them. I think DJ has proven that he is a good receiver. I think he's a number one. He should get at least 8 to 10 targets a game. I don't know how many he's getting, 6, something like that. But it is what it is. I mean, like I said, people are turning their back on DJ because they were saying a few years ago how great he was. Now they're turning their back on him. So I'm sure he'll be out. And then we'll find somebody else to say is the worst thing since.
PJ, hold on a second. Hold on a second now. What if we can get a first-round pick for him?
What if we can win a Super Bowl with him?
Let me just finish now. If we can get a first-round pick for him, and that turns into a 6th round, the 8th pick in the draft next year, and we can turn that into a Hall of Fame defensive end or defensive tackle or offensive, whatever it is. No, you're not allowed to speak. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Can I just interject on the value there? Because I feel like I was one of the few who was banging the drum on trying to salvage a late first-round pick from a contender at the deadline this year. I think I even saw Bearski mention it in the chat. You probably could have shipped him out to Buffalo for a first. You probably would have had to send DJ Moore plus something. Now, with his lack of production, his perceived attitude issues, the player's not fully healthy all the time, and you kind of have the Bears by the balls in the sense that you know you're going to choose each of Rome, Luther Burden, Colson Loveland, all before DJ Moore.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if you can get anything more than a 3rd-round pick anymore for DJ Moore.
I don't know.
And this is your highest paid player in franchise history. The Bears have not played this well. So
I don't know. Were you really going to get a first for Buffalo?
Yeah, because Buffalo was willing to give up a first, I think, next year for Jalen Waddle.
Let's just say we got a 3rd for him.
What's up, Foster? We're just going on?
Nope, going on here.
I'm just
if
saying,
it was Buffalo, though, wouldn't it be like a 25 or 20? Even if Buffalo did give that up, though, wouldn't that be like a 25 or 26 most likely?
Well, I would much rather have the 26th pick. I think if DJ Moore is added to Buffalo's roster, they are in the Super Bowl. They could lose it. So let's just say at the worst, it's pick 31. You're going to be getting potentially pick 31 in round 3 now. Like, it has gone from bad to worse with DJ Moore's value.
So here's the other thing I wanted to bring up and see what I wanted to know what you all thought about it. I don't know, and I don't think it is a Caleb. I don't know if I'm not convinced it is necessarily a Caleb and DJ trust issue or chemistry issue. And the reason I say that is I hearken back to last year, specifically the Packers game, the second one. It was the final play, I believe, before Cairo's field goal won it. It was either a 3rd and long or 4th and long. I think it was 3rd and long. And PJ, you might remember the play. They had like a staggered trips on the right side and DJ wide out on the left. And it was about almost like a 15, 18 yard slant in, if you remember. And that was all they needed to get into Cairo's range. That was with like very little to no time left on the clock. They had one chance, one play to run, and that play was drawn up for, and Caleb, without even hesitating, nailed DJ with that. A play like that and a moment like that tells me there's an innate amount of built up trust and chemistry for that to work out, if you ask me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from your perspective as a coach, would you have drawn up something like that if you knew that these two have trouble getting in sync?
No, not at all. I think, that's part of it. I mean, the fact that they both have chemistry and, DJ being reliable. Like I said, I mean, I go back to, DJ's the number one receiver. He is a number one receiver. Whether or not we give him the ball like he's one, that's becomes the argument, because other people are getting more targets than what he is. I think he needs to get more targets, and he can show his worth. Carl, if you can you show us DJ's drop rate? I'm just curious to know what that is. I think he does a good job of not dropping the ball either. I mean, he seemed like he's dropped balls more. Seemed like he dropped balls more recently than he has overall.
Wait. Can we? Wait.
I said pause, so no. I already said
Man,
pause.
we are Beavis. I can safely say we are Beavis.
I just want to use that pause for this.
I'll have some egg rolls, some tin ping dong, and
glass of Sec Chardonnay. What's up, Tin Pan?
Yeah, it seemed like he's dropped more passes recently than he had normally, but that's why he's normally been a really reliable receiver.
I have to take a quick moment. Like Bob Ward, 7260. I like. Finally, you're in my chat. I've seen you in many other chats. Oh God, here it is. No, where is it? Where is it? I can't find it in our chat, but I can see it in my chat. Oh God, dog it. Where is it? Bob Ward says, where is it? Okay, hold on a second. Wait, this is classic. Okay, let me just give me a second here, guys. Where's the Bob Ward chat? There it is. Okay, so my high school basketball coach, his name was Bob Ward. Me and my 12 group of friends, we had a running joke. Like I kid you not. We'd be like, "Well, what happened here?" I don't know. Bob Ward did it. Because like Bob Ward had this like amazing head fake. He would be like, the basketball coach would be like, boom, I got you over here, And so he was a legend at our high school, and so it was a running joke with me and all my friends. Bob Ward did this. Bob Ward did that, and somebody would say like, well, how did this happen? I don't know. It must have been Bob Ward. I don't know. Must have been Bob Ward. It caught on so much that my mother, to this day, in her late 60s, still uses that phrase. I don't know. It must have been Bob Ward. And I see this Bob Ward character in our. I've seen it in many other chats, never ours. And I every time I see him, I go, Bob, are you my high school basketball coach? He's like, no. I'm like, did you coach Brown Lake High School basketball? He's like, no. And here he is in our chat. And Bob, I just want to tell you, that's the reason why I asked you that, because Bob, the name Bob Ward is a fucking legend in my entire life's community with all my friends, including my family, like my family. So I don't know. Must have been Bob Ward. So if you're not the actual Bob Ward, if you did not coach Round Lake High School basketball, God, I wish you did. That'd be amazing. And you're like, do you remember me, Bob? He's like, fuck no, I don't remember you. But Bob, that's my whole question to you, and I'm glad you're laughing at it. I'm done with that. Go ahead. I apologize. Mini rant. But since I'm on a mini rant, I just want to say that as everyone might know, we started a GoFundMe for Minister Charles Johnson to get his teeth. So he got his first set of teeth, his top set. So he had a couple of strokes. He was put on medication that dried his teeth out and made it all this, dried his mouth out, made him rot all of his teeth out. And then he had to have all of his teeth pulled, and then he had to have dentures made. And he could only afford the top set of dentures because of our shitty healthcare system. So we started to GoFundMe for him to get the bottom set made for him. And within 26 hours, we made that goal. And I committed to 50% of the first 10 people that donated, and we made it happen. And so Minister has got his top set of dentures, and now they're in place, and he has now had his bottom set, his mold done per this amazing community that made that happen. And I just want to show you a picture of Minister right now with his new top set of dentures. And this man has been eating steak and pizza and all kinds of things. Minister.
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations.
Good for you, man.
He looks handsome as hell.
You are one handsome mofo.
And I like that hat, by the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so fucking happy for you, dude. It makes me giddy like a little kid. So congratulations to you, man. I really appreciate everyone in this chat just within 26 hours making that happen. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you to all of you guys. Minister, love you, brother. Okay.
What's up, Ravi? Ravi, come up.
So, can I quickly answer PJ's question before it gets lost in translation?
Please shut me up. Yes.
Right now, what we are looking at is the career stats for DJ Moore, sorted by drop percentage. So in 2021, as a member of the Carolina Panthers, and actually in 2021, 2022, and 2020, all a member of the Carolina Panthers, those were his 3 years where he had the highest drop percentage, with those being 6.1, 5.9, and 5.9% respectively. The career average for DJ Moore is a 4.3% drop rate, and right now is his worst year in Chicago as per this metric, which again is at 4.5% of his passes are drops. Or actually, let me see if I can get the exact explanation. Dropped passes per target. So I feel like there's some subjectivity here. Essentially, all these numbers are suggesting is that DJ Moore's drop rate is about as average as his career would be. It literally is the worst that it's ever been for Chicago, but it's been far worse for Carolina when he was younger, of course. So, to answer, go ahead, PJ.
Sorry, Carl, quick question about in how these guys maybe calculate drops. Would that also include a thing where he actually he had possession and he got hammered and the thing was never completed, or
so
does it?
Here's the thing. For reference, this is all courtesy of Pro Football Reference. I view this website as a very cut and dry website, whereas something like a Pro Football Focus is probably providing you a little bit more subjectivity, and you have to decide if you like or do not like it. So
I see.
PFF will provide you with things like adjusted completion percentage for Caleb Williams, right? Caleb Williams threw that ball away, and it was a good throwaway, so that's not an incompletion, so on and so forth, right? There's a little bit of subjectivity. I genuinely cannot answer your question, I don't think, but with this being a cut and dry statistic website, I would say that it quite literally is any time that the ball hit DJ Moore's hands when he was targeted, it's considered a drop. So
okay.
I would hope that you could find evidence both ways, right? DJ Moore's catching a ball and then he gets blasted by the safety, never saw him coming. Whereas he also had a clean drop in the other department. So hopefully it evens itself out.
Can you show me Rome's drop percentage rate?
Let's see how fast I can find DJ Moore for you, or sorry, Rome Odunze for you. Let's see if it's on here.
Because 2 years with Caleb, I see DJ last year 2.1% drop rate. This year 4.5.
Are we getting an advanced statistical breakdown for Mr. Rome Odunze?
The interesting thing, PJ, after he came here from Carolina, in his first year with Justin, the drop rate was like cut in half. Crazy.
Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, is that the year he had his most yards ever?
I believe so. 20. It was 23. Yeah.
You can see. I mean, we're sorted by drop percentage in this graphic, and it's a still image. It's a screenshot. But 2023, 2024, those are the best years of his career, in my opinion, as members of the Chicago Bear.
I'm sorry, Carl. I'm looking at Carolina 2019. He had 2020 he had 1193.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think it's undeniable his best year was 2023 with Justin Fields.
No,
let's just call that how it is.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes.
It doesn't look like this website's providing me with the advanced statistics, unfortunately, so I'll have to come back and see if I can find it. But
thank you, Carl.
I think, I don't know. I don't know what a baseline metric is. It's probably something I should educate myself on, as if a 6% versus a 4%, like, is that bad? I would say 2% in 2024 last year, that seems pretty low.
That
Hell
was
yeah.
awesome. And Tin Bang Dong brings up a good point. I don't even understand why they have so many passes behind the line of scrimmage to him. Why are we not getting him the ball downfield?
Yeah, that's something that I just can't get over either. I feel like DJ Moore is just not being utilized properly. So again,
Thank you, Carl. My statement's exact.
Is it a problem with the head coach? Is it the head coach being too cute? Because as we all know here, DJ Moore has taken several snaps as a running back. And thankfully, after Kyle Monangai has earned the trust of the head coach, that garbage has really subsided. Yes. But I never thought that it was a good idea. And you saw with the guy who originally took over for Ben Johnson in Detroit, he even ran some silly stuff with Amon-Ra St. Brown. But effectively, once that guy got canned, Dan Campbell, I don't think, is doing much of that either. Right. So, again, let's not reinvent the wheel. I'm going to get off my soapbox on this one.
I agree. But go ahead.
PJ, I was going to say, you had brought up the wide receiver screens. There's something stuck with me when reading and learning about Ben Johnson's background, starting way back in the day. When they mentioned that he did learn from John Shoop.
That's right.
I went back, believe it or not, in the past month or so. So in some little free time I have, usually if I'm on the treadmill, I tend to watch old games, actually, from prior seasons dating back to the 90s. So over the past month or so, I did watch some of the games between like 98 to 2001, let's say. And I saw a significant amount of similarities, especially with the pre-snap motions, especially with the behind the line of scrimmage throws. We had a ton of wide receiver screens back then. Starting with Gary Croton, and then once John Shoop took over, it didn't change. But the pre-snap motions, definitely, I can see the influence from John Shoop. But if you remember, we weren't fans of that back then, of that offense that John Shoop ran. We weren't hoisting him up on a platform. What Ben Johnson has done, this is to his credit, in my opinion, he's taken all that stuff from back then and he's found a way to actually make it work and out-scheme the defense in the modern day, which is wonderful. I would say that Luther would be somebody based purely on his acceleration abilities, his quick acceleration abilities, is a far better candidate for passes like that. I think he even proved it that the Packers game and that final drive. They threw a wide receiver screen to him and got it down to, I want to say, like the 20-yard line, or the 30 or 20-yard line, just before those three running plays and then the interception to end the game. I don't think DJ, forget about him being just he should be utilized for much more than wide receiver screen, but purely from a physical attributes perspective, I think he is miscast as that role to take that on more than like once a game as a surprise, because I have seen it work with him in prior games, but not when it is overused. That way. Yep, exactly. Exactly.
I think though that if you go back to John Shoop, did he not play under Dick Vermeil? You know where he came from?
Did he?
Not play.
Did he really?
I thought he was a quarterback coach under Dick Vermeil when he was in Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. After he left the Rams.
Interesting.
He started being.
Huh.
Am I correct? He left Dick Vermeil left the Rams. He went to go be the coach at Kansas City, and I think Shoop was his quarterback coach there, and that's where the Bears got him when they hired him to be their coordinator.
Interesting. So the reason I bring that up is John Shoop did also spread the ball around, is what I did notice. I don't know how many 1,000-yard receivers we had, even though we had probably talented guys, at least one or two of those seasons. What I'm seeing, part of what could explain some of what we are observing, where, for example, DJ had a productive statistical day against the Steelers not too long ago. And then completely disappeared this past week. I remember earlier in the season, I believe we may have even talked about it, where we wanted to see DJ get the ball more. And then I don't know if you recall that same coming Sunday after that conversation, he had a ton of targets go his way. I believe this is also a function of having far more talent at the pass catcher position in general than we've had in a significant amount of time, along with a scheme that relies and maybe philosophically based on spreading the love, with starting with 2 running backs, let alone two good quality tight ends and 3 good to potentially great receivers. So the numbers will suffer. The numbers may disappear some games. This is my theory. I'm hoping I'm right, because it means that it's just a matter of time till we see something light up the stat sheet in an upcoming game soon.
Can I ask? Can I just switching subjects? Can I please ask you guys, when in my life, in any of our, in all of 750 years of Foster's lifetime, and all of yours, Shri, and all of PJ's 25 years. Look, you like that, Page? On this planet,
bro. That's why I love you, bro.
And all 50 years of mine, am I going to stop seeing the fucking Packers throw fucking slants on us? Like, are we ever going to get the slant against the Packers? And when are we going to stop it? Slants, 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 slants. I'm having fucking PTSD. I'm dreaming about them. I'm having nightmares about Packers fucking slant plays.
When we stop calling cover 1, it'll happen. When we stop calling that.
Brett fucking Favre, Aaron fucking Rodgers, fucking now Jordan fucking Love.
I think it's where they placed the linebacker at.
Fucking sick and tired of goddamn slants.
When you see that linebacker, depending on where they're lined up at, that's how you present the slant.
Let me ask you, PJ, I don't know if you watched that play again, the one that they killed us with. Did you notice, and I wanted to, because it raised a question in my mind, like play flow wise and schematically, I saw that Jaquan was lined up as the edge blitzer on the opposite side of where the slant receiver was. Was it Watson, or who actually caught the pass and ran it in? Was it Watson or Jaden Reed?
It was Watson.
Was it Watson? So Jaquan was lined up to blitz on the opposite side. And after they snapped the ball, he just stood there, even though there was no outlet tailback or tight end coming out. He didn't actually blitz, and he just stood there like in no man's land. I noticed that a few different times.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the long pass where Brisker tried to knock it away?
Oh, no. I'm talking about the slant.
The slant
that killed us.
To Watson?
Was it? That's why I didn't remember.
What player are you questioning didn't blitz?
The cover 1 where it was a slant, and whoever it was burned CJ, or got past CJ Gardner-Johnson and went all the way. I didn't know if it was Reed or Watson or who that was that scored, who actually caught that slant.
Watson scored 2 touchdowns.
So it might have been him then.
On the slant, it was Christian Watson. They did a hand signal, so it wasn't a designed slant, and then Love gave him a hand signal, and he audibled into a slant. And Gardner-Johnson was in coverage. It was effectively cover 0, because you had just man across the board. So I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to.
On the opposite side.
There was one play I remember where they blitzed on the left side. Jalen Johnson did not blitz.
Similar concept, similar thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just stood there. He didn't blitz, and he didn't get into coverage. So
and nobody leaked out either. So
but see, they were playing, if I'm not mistaken, cover 3, and he was supposed to cover that deep part of the field, but he stayed on the line of scrimmage.
I think that was Melton's touchdown.
PJ, you're saying that safety was expected to get over to where Jalen Johnson was supposed to be in that third of his coverage?
No, because Brisker was on the defensive right side, and when Watson went for that touchdown pass, it look like Brisker failed his job. He wasn't supposed to be on the left side of the field. Jalen Johnson was supposed to drop back all the way back to be in either that third of the field or that half of the field. I don't know if they was playing cover 2 or cover 3, but that was his job to drop back. He didn't drop back. That's why Watson was able to run across there, and Brisker came over late, but that wasn't Brisker's job.
And completely separate from that, even if you watch the Christian Watson slant where he burned Gardner Johnson for the touchdown, at the bottom of the screen, I can throw it up for you guys real quick, you'll see Romeo Doubs burn Jalen Johnson on the exact same play. He just didn't have the ball thrown to him because everyone's looking at the opposite way, the guy's streaking across the field, right? So all that to say, I don't think Jalen Johnson is even barely at 50% of his talent level right now because of him being out of game shape. He's literally on the injury report with his groin. He will play, to my understanding, but again, this is a player who's kind of working his way back.
Yeah, groin.
So, Carl, how much do you think, just from what you've seen, just watching him play, because I go back and forth on this, how much do you think that was just purely his physical state, or do you think his actual mental and game processing is still not conditioned yet?
I would say that Jalen Johnson's going to learn this Dennis Allen defense really soon, if he hasn't already. There's probably some nuance to it. I don't know if that was his first game playing with C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but the fact of the matter is that the guy is just, it's not that he's not healthy. He wouldn't be playing if he's not healthy. He's nowhere near, the Bears' 9-4 record. He's nowhere near his December football shape. He might not even be ready until the playoffs if they make it there.
I don't think he should have played in that game.
I don't know. I think as bad as Jalen Johnson is playing, Foster, I still think he's better than that McLeod guy.
I was just about to say that, PJ. I was going to ask Foster this exact question, knowing that Tyreek Stevenson was out of that game because he was hurt.
I forget it's McLeod, man.
And guess what? PFF, I just learned this from Adam Mason, PFF is claiming that Nick McLeod was our highest graded defender, period, against the Packers.
Because he had a great pass break. He had a very good pass breakup that probably jacked up his stats. There was a very good one on a deep go to somebody.
Now, if you guys remember, where was Nick McLeod asked to play football? He was asked to play in the slot when Kyler Gordon got hurt, and our strengths at the time were the outside cornerbacks, right? Tyreek Stevenson was not hurt. Nashon Wright was ascending. He'd always been the propaganda piece, and I say that jokingly at this point. But Nick McLeod maybe should have never been asked to play slot cornerback in a pinch. It should have been Josh Blackwell. I won't play the clip. But maybe Nick McLeod playing outside is a little bit better of an option. I'm still taking Jalen Johnson, even if he's 50%, 10 out of 10 days.
Let me ask you, Carl, do you, until Jalen is fully, or maybe not even fully, maybe 75% back to Jalen Johnson, do you put Jalen Johnson on WR1 of the other team, or do you put Nashon on WR1 right now?
I don't know if it's been proven that the Chicago Bears and Dennis Allen's defense is targeting like that, right? Like, we're playing Justin Jefferson this week. You're going to shadow. I don't know if that's a lot of that going on right now.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't hide Jalen Johnson. I wouldn't say, you have to play number 2, right? Like, we're going to break this huddle and you have to go find the wide receiver 2. Because they'll identify that and then they'll find a way to exploit it as well. So, to answer the question, Jalen Johnson has to be on the football field. Whether that's against the wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2, I'm not sure I necessarily care.
I think Wright is strictly on the right side right now. Wright is always playing on the right side. But let me, I hate to do this, but I got to circle back to DJ real quick for one sentence. Not one sentence, one comment.
I've got some advanced metrics too if we want to try and delve into
I just want to say, out of his targets, I seem to remember 3 of them where one went sailing over his head, uncatchable anyway. Another one's on the sideline was uncatchable. That's 2. And then one in the end zone was uncatchable. So there's targets, and then there's targets. Targets being like, man, okay, this guy could actually catch this ball. But I seem to remember off the top of my head 3 passes where they were totally uncatchable. So can you fault him for that? No. That's all I wanted to say about that, because when Shorty changed the topic, I wanted to get that in. But Not.
And I wanted to ask you about that first one, the one that was sailed. That was the first drive. That was the one I was mentioning, 20 yards
Yes.
middle of the field. Let me
Yes.
ask you, as a coach, from what you've seen from your players and how game momentum works, had that pass been completed, would you have predicted that the ball, Caleb would have looked DJ's way more often, even though he knows DJ, he's known him for 2 years in game? Does that psychological confidence come into play in the moment more so than your overall holistic chemistry with somebody, where you start looking at them more?
I think
This great question.
I think that's it is a psychological ploy, but more than anything, what the coach is looking for is how the defense is reacting to the plays we're running. That's why it's scripted. So we want to see how they're reacting to certain plays. So they saw how they're reacting to it. But psychologically, it plays a part. Okay, on a crucial play, I was able to get the ball to DJ. He caught it.
So does that, like, I guess, extending that later into the game, where you mentioned you have seen times where DJ is legitimately open and Caleb's progression or scanning before he lets it go, doesn't reach him, or he ignores him. Psychologically, do you see that quarterbacks will suddenly start locking in more and not unintentionally ignoring that number in the progression?
I don't know, because I've seen games where DJ seemed to have gotten a good chemistry going, but then later on in the game, he's looking for Rome. Whereas I think normally what Caleb does, I think he does a pretty good job of spreading the ball around. I do. I think he does a pretty good job of spreading the ball around. But my point is, there are times when I got to have it, I'm looking for my number one. And I'm looking for him to give him a pass that he can actually catch. And like I said, those 3 passes I pointed out, those are passes that was totally uncatchable.
Right.
So
correct. I am happy, though, that Cole had some legitimate catches last Sunday. They were in clutch situations. I also am seeing more and more, as much as Caleb trusts Rome and likes to go to him, I'm seeing Colston become a clutch security blanket, especially for clutch short yardage. I'm seeing a lot more third downs going to him, and I mean short routes where you need 6 yards. You can trust him to come down with that, gain a little bit extra after the catch. I'm noticing that, and that's a good thing in the midst of what we're discussing here.
I'll say this, and I'm going to let Shorty and Foster start talking, but I want to say this last thing. After DJ gets done being in the doghouse or being in the fire pit, what I'm calling it, because people are dumping on him, be it the Bears trade him or whatever they do with him, Cole Kmet will be the next one in that pit. So you guys go ahead from there. Foster, Shorty, go ahead and make your comments, but I'm telling you, we will find a way to start disliking Cole Kmet after DJ.
Colson Loveland is doing so much better than Cole Kmet and blah, blah.
I said it here, so remember that. Watch what I tell you. Oh, we need to trade Cole Kmet.
Don't worry, PJ. Nobody's immune. Remember DeAndre was they couldn't wait to kick his ass out of the city not too long ago, man. Not too long ago.
Yes.
It's a progression, man. It happens all the time.
So it comes. I've accepted the fact that unfortunately it comes with the territory of what is a multi-million-dollar industry, man. And this type of, we'll call it not fanaticism, but hyper emotion. That money also signifies an emotional investment that people make into, whether it's the Bears, Bulls, or anybody like that, when they'll trash somebody after 1 or 2 bad games and maybe forget the other 20 good ones. And I noticed it's not new either. I've noticed this happening for a very, very long time, dating back to even when we were good in brief times in the 2000s and early 90s. I remember it happening.
Do you know why? It's because you live in Chicagoland. Like you are only going to get that narrative from the fucking Score and from ESPN and from and this and that. They want it's far different now than it was 20 years ago, even when I lived there. Like I remember when I lived there, I had a 5-minute drive from work to home. In my car on is ESPN or the Score. I'm like, these fucking guys get back in my house. I'm like, I wish I didn't live here anymore. I hate this fucking Chicago media. They're always putting this blah 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 blah. Blah. I move. I moved to Colorado, and I live in Georgia, and I don't hear that shit. I stay away from it. That's why I get so pissed off at like the recap. Look at me making millions of dollars for ESPN, and I got a fucking recap show. You're gonna make millions more dollars on YouTube and take all away over your small guys. Fucking like, fuck.
Well, let me ask you though, Shorty, as a sorry to interrupt. I want to ask you a question about your context in Atlanta. Do you not see the same thing about Falcons players?
I don't listen to anything here. I work.
Oh.
I get up in the morning. I work. I do a show. I make thumbnails for
New York.
Yeah, I work
in Minnesota. They're bitching about shit, and people in Green Bay bitch about shit.
Right, but
Detroit.
Getting away from it is like the best thing that I could have done because I was living in it, just like feeding off of it, like. So pissed off every day listening to this shit. Like Chris Watts in fucking England listens to the Score. Like, why would you piss yourself off with that shit? You're 5,000 miles away in England listening to the fucking Score. Like, don't do it to yourself. Chris, I love you, bro. Stop doing it to yourself. So, like, I like when I moved is my point, is when I became more grounded as a Bears fan. When I got away from
Would you say does that also mean you became more objective as objective could be as a Bears fan? Is that what you mean?
I think I became less objective. I got away from the daily. Well, I'm trying to get clickbait on this channel and blah blah blah. And that was before the internet, really. And now the internet's just like, oh, now score Twitter, internet, YouTube. Oh, recap.
Right.
No, David Kaplan. I have a fucking YouTube channel. Blah blah blah. Fucking hey, like everyone's watching all of that shit. They're not watching garbage like us. We are fucking garbage in the YouTube world compared to those guys because everyone's looking for them. They're not looking for guys like us. They're not looking for small time fucking YouTube channels like us. They're suppressing us because of the recap. I got a recap show. My name is David Kaplan. I got a recap show. I'm gonna do a podcast with fucking Kevin Byard. Look at me, like. It's so fucking annoying to me. It was CSGO. Look at me. I'm a billionaire. I'm going to make a media conglomerate. I'm going to pick one single podcaster and make him a superstar. So everyone loves Greg Braggs Jr. Like, it's so fucking annoying. And meanwhile, all of us get just smushed to the bottom of your like a pile of shit, and it's just so fucking annoying to me. So for me, I'm glad that I moved. I'm glad I got away from that shit, and that's the whole reason why recap has to do all that, because everyone that doesn't watch that shit anymore, they have to go. Every one of them, CSGO, they all have to make their own to stomp us out like a pile of shit. And I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. I need a second to fucking recover from that.
Well, I can. Oh, really?
No,
shit.
I'm kidding.
So I can add on a couple of things to that. So full confession, the last time I listened to the Score was before Terry Boers left. So that's like a good 7-8 years, I want to say. After that,
really quickly, Tony, fuck TTNL. For everyone, fuck TTNL. Sorry, go ahead.
TTNL.
No, we'll talk about that later. Go ahead.
Okay.
If you don't, good for you. Good for you as well.
Fair enough.
Oh, that makes me love you even more.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I have been lucky to avoid having to take in that same toxicity you mentioned, just because I think I mentioned to you previously, I don't watch podcasts. For similar reasons that you just outlined just now. And even the radio in Chicago, this is more coming purely from, well, what we would have once called print journalism, but even the traditional newspaper articles, they also speak in similar tone and language is where I see some of that vitriol coming from. But I know you mentioned what these podcasts do, but one thing they don't do, which is what you have made possible, you, Aldo, and all of you, and I am like lucky to be a part of it, to ask more complex and complicated questions that actually maybe get to a root cause, rather than just somebody sucks, somebody's a bum, somebody's a failure, time to get rid of somebody. There's a lot more than that here, which I cannot tell you that these other podcasts maybe necessarily have it. Maybe they do, maybe I'm wrong, but that is what I've noticed here. So you should be proud of yourself for having a place that actually can stomach these kind of questions, the kind of questions that we actually ask here.
I really appreciate you saying that. And the other thing too, Shri, is the other thing that they don't do is set up GoFundMe for people to get their fucking bottom dentures. That's what they don't do. They are not part of their fucking community. They're accepting Carl, where's the fucking infamous no super chats? That comes from what's his name? When he was a part of CHGO.
What, no super chats? What, no super chats?
Carl,
what, no super chats?
That was
what, no super chats?
You like to stroke my pussy, darling?
No, that
Nicholas.
I said that on a show because what the fuck is his name that got fired from CHGO? I was just bitching about with the big
Daniel Shortino.
Yeah, that guy. No, the other guy.
Nicholas
Moriano.
Yes.
I was watching. I'm like, I hate watching CHGO, but one day I was like, I'm gonna put it on, and it was like an hour and a half into it, and there was no super chats, and Nicholas Moriano went, "What? No super chats?" And it was just like, what the fuck are you like? Are you getting any of this money? Like, first off, YouTube takes 45% of the fucking super chats, and then the rest of it goes to CHGO. And then what are they paying you from that? You're giving your money to a media conglomerate that started with millions of dollars and paid people off to do this and this and that. And like, you're giving you your super chats. Like, I'm sorry, Paige, you're like already rubbing your beard. What you do?
PJ,
not even half a beard that I have, but like
PJ,
I'm just like, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Let me save the host from further embarrassment.
Thank you.
Honestly, I take that back immediately.
Second.
Anyway, PJ, do we want to capstone our discussion with DJ Moore and Roma Odunze and the drop percentages? I found some fun stuff.
Yeah, if you could. I'm sorry. Before we do that, Foster, you got anything, bro?
No, let's do this.
Okay.
Right. We'll knock it out really, really quickly here, okay? So again, DJ Moore, highest drop percentage in his career, 6.1, lowest being 2.1%, average being 4.3%. I am seeing that in 2024, Roma Odunze's drop percentage was 6%, 5.9. In 2025, the drop percentage somehow is 2.2%.
Wow.
So I think what we're seeing is these contested catches are being classified by this website, again, Pro Football Reference, as not catchable passes.
Okay.
The big knock on Roma Odunze, in my eyes, is that coming out of college, his calling card, some will say his route running, which is not bad. I think his calling card was his contested catches. He was coming through with those, in my opinion, last year. But this year, no. The contested catches are near zero. I can't find that very easily. I would imagine that something like a Pro Football Focus is where you would find that statistic. Go ahead.
Could you look at the targets? Because I'm now curious about how many targets did he get last year compared to what DJ got.
What? What are you saying his drop percentage is for 2025?
It is 2.2%.
Yeah, that's amazing.
With
I
the
don't see
number
it
of
on
drops,
there.
the number of drops is 2. I'm sorry, I should take this off the screen. This is all pertaining to DJ Moore. So you can see DJ
Oh,
Moore in
that's
2024,
okay. I got
3
it. I got it.
drops. 2025,
I got it.
3 drops. Roma Odunze in 2025 has, apparently according to this website, only has had 2 drops.
That's bullshit.
I call
I
heavy
know
bullshit.
I've seen the ball hit him 3 times in the hand
I
this year.
call
I
heavy
know I
bullshit
did.
on that.
3 times at least. I mean, it might be 3 times in one game for sure too. I'm just
So let me ask you, with I guess this is a question for all of you. With when it comes to Rome, do you think the tough time he has with contested catches has more to do of his overall surface area as a receiver? With that means his hands, his body, him as a target, compared to receivers, I guess anybody compared to even Luther or DJ, who might have a bigger physical overall build compared to Rome. Do you think that plays a factor in this?
Wait, good question, because Alex says my name also says, did James Odunze make those drop figures?
Yeah, Alex, I would wager a lot of money that yes, James is responsible.
And he's responsible for retweeting it 85 times.
So Sriram, I'm not clear on your question. You're saying that, are you asking if we feel that Roma Odunze is not as massive of a wide receiver as he needs to be?
That's my question. Do you think that's what gives him, obviously in college, making contested catches, even if you're not a bulky receiver, let's say, is easier because the secondary talent is also not going to be, it's going to be college level. But here in the pros, when you are being contested by cornerback, safeties, and once in a blue moon linebackers, your overall surface area to pull in a catch and secure it is likely reduced if you are on the. I don't like to use the word lanky, but I can't think of a different word to describe him compared to the other receivers we have on our squad. Just they're purely just the physical being themselves. I don't know that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't know if that makes a difference. This is purely out of curiosity. I'm asking this question.
Maybe hand size is the determining factor there, and I don't know the hand size off the top of my head. I was going to say, like, purely based off of the Chrome Dome here without knowing these actual numbers, I don't feel like Larry Fitzgerald was the biggest wide receiver even on his football team at times. I feel like Anquan Bolden was bigger, and I wouldn't say that Larry Fitzgerald was the biggest wide receiver in the NFL during his time either. Not even close.
Sure.
Yet that cat has more tackles in the NFL than he does drops. So I think that there's a certain bit of technique to it, and it's not just technique with what you do with your hands when the football's coming your way. There's ways to box out, all these things, a lot more technical aspects that I'm not well equipped to discuss. But yeah, I don't know if PJ or Foster want to add to your question, Sriram.
Foster?
Question was, man. Straight up, because
Foster, the question is, do you think that Roma Odunze's size has an issue with his low contested catch this year? Do you think he's a little bit too small for the archetype of wide receiver that he's masquerading to be?
Like lankiness is what I meant.
And while Foster ponders that, I mean, we saw these pictures in the offseason. Everyone's getting, rocked up, that Roma Odunze looks rocked up, but he truly hasn't transformed his body in maybe the way that his skill set would require. I don't know.
If I was to guess, I'm thinking that Rome is what, 6'2", something like that, the bigger receiver. He playing the number one receiver role tends to get probably double teamed more now than he did last year. I think last year he was more number 2 and DJ was more of the number 1. This year has been flip flop, and I don't know if he's responding well to the double coverage. I think he's better as a number 2, being that he can get the one-on-ones, and then with the one-on-ones, he get the contested balls in, where he can go 50-50. Can't go 50-50 when you got 2 guys on you.
Right.
I think the emergence of Loveland this year has changed certain things because now he's a viable option.
Right.
And I agree, Tony Moy. DJ is more of the number 4, but I just think I don't know. I think we have to get more defined roles. I understand that we signed Zacchaeus in free agency, lucked upon Burden in the second round, and Zacchaeus was getting plenty of targets the first few games. I mean, I think he was like second on the team in targets the first few games.
Then, he was the darling of the offseason and preseason.
Right. And then they started wanting to get Burden more involved because I respect the fact how Ben Johnson started, the rookies. He didn't play them at first, let them earn their way into more playing time. And by doing that, now Burden's getting more, Zacchaeus taking a step back. We got a lot of weapons on this team. I mean, people tell all the time, hey, it's a great problem to have. So let's have this problem. Let's try to figure out this problem, but know that we got some stud receivers. And I would, like I said, I would give DJ 8 targets a game and let others feed off of that, including Rome.
I am curious. On that. I'll throw this one thought in here and for you also as well, Foster. I am curious of the same context. If looking back at game logs and stat logs over the past couple of years, what it was like distribution-wise on a game-to-game basis between St. Brown, Williams, and Khalif Raymond for, I guess, in the past couple of years. I'm wondering if there were certain games where any of them,
literally
especially
last year.
Yeah, I guess
I could actually find that for you pretty easily. Pro.nfl.com is fantastic.
This subject that you guys asked a question about, or that you asked a question about, why would he have a problem with contested catch? I looked him up on 3 different sites: ESPN, NFL, Wikipedia. He's 6'3", 215 pounds. So who is he going to go against for most of the season? That's going to be able to there shouldn't be somebody. A cornerback. How many cornerbacks are going to be able to compete with him? I forgot what his vertical was. I know it wasn't terrible because that would have been a talk. So why should there be contested catches for him? So,
I've seen very few
that was
jump balls this season, though.
Wait.
Yep.
So how many contested catches has he been thrown? Was it on the graph? Because I didn't get to see everything. So and these are questions from your question that I got to answer it. This is how I'm answering it. So the height and weight. And if he's got any type of leaping ability, I don't think there should be a question with contested catches. That's going to come down to vision and hands, coordination, correct?
Well, what about if he's getting double team, Foster?
Well, then that's going to throw a change in the equation. But if you had exactly what we talked about, which I presume the day we signed Zacchaeus, I went, oh, this will be freaking awesome, guys. We'll have DJ out wide on one side, Rome on the other, Zacchaeus in the slot. He's way better than anybody thinks because I watched him play in Washington. I've watched him for 2.5 seasons on the fantasy numbers, and they were terrible in Washington. And then when I'd watch a game, I'd be like, why didn't he play? But, I mean, that's the division. That's what I expected going in, and we haven't seen that. It should be 8 to 10 to DJ, and then you work off of that to Rome and the other fellas. If Zacchaeus is open in the slot, DJ or Rome's getting double teamed, then he can't. You got to hit Zacchaeus. So, I mean, it's coming back to me. It's coming back to the same thing with everything. The guy throwing the ball and the guy scheming it. What's going on with it? So,
I agree with Foster. Sriram, what was your question with the Lions?
I was curious if those 3 very good to very good receivers, did they also have game by game big discrepancies, like one game Williams had a complete donut, the next game it was Williams had 200 yards receiving and St. Brown had like 3 catches for 20 yards type of thing. I was just curious if Detroit also had a similar pattern.
Does target
pretty
percentage
seldom for Amon-Ra getting low numbers.
Does target percentage satisfy your question here?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
In 2024, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I'm struggling to interpret this. I can share the exact screenshot. Target percentage, it's the target rate. I would imagine that you take your target rate per game, you add them up across all the games that you play, and average that out at the end. So not a whole total sum. I don't know how NFL is presenting this data to me. But in short, in 2024, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 26.6% target percentage. Jameson Williams, 20%. Sam Laporta, 19%. Tim Patrick, 13%. Now, let me clear the queue here with all this data that I collected from Mr. PJ. We're going to break this down like this. What you're looking at is a very crude little notepad file here. This is specifically catch percentage. Catch percentage being explained or described as the number of receptions a player has divided by the total number of times they were targeted by a pass. I found a couple teams that are pretty similar to maybe what the Bears would feel they have, right? Rome Odunze and DJ Moore on the Bears, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on the Bengals, so on and so forth with these duos, right? You can see the lowest player out of all of these players, again, this is from 2025 up to this point, Rome Odunze by far is the lowest. Catch percentage is just, the juice is not there. DJ Moore,
They're both too low.
Yeah,
They're both
actually,
too low.
the only player that DJ Moore is higher than is T. Higgins. And I think I ordered it correctly, right? Rome Odunze is first. DJ Moore is second fiddle to Rome Odunze. T. Higgins is second fiddle to Jamar Chase. George Pickens to Lamb. And Devontae Smith second fiddle to A.J. Brown. But you can see the bottom three sets, they're around that 60 to 65%. DJ Moore's not even at 60. Rome's not even in the 50s. He's at 48. So again, this catch percentage with Rome Odunze is really lacking. Now, last thing I'll say before I send myself off here. This one's going to make PJ very, very happy, in my opinion. The target percentage for the Chicago Bears in 2025, everyone. DJ Moore is the least targeted player on a percentage basis, with Luther Burden being the highest.
Pretty much knew that just by watching the games. I just can't believe it's
We
low.
are on average targeting a pass to go to DeAndre Swift by percentage more often than DJ Moore.
The highest paid guy on the list.
It's sorted in reverse, so lowest to highest. Rome Odunze getting 22% of the targets, DJ Moore getting 15.6%.
So that certainly fortifies the decoy play theory.
Yes, the two rookies, the free agent acquisition that everyone didn't know what you'd get with OZ, they're all getting more targets on a percentage-based basis than DJ Moore. And with that, I will give you back your host of BCP.
Shante? Are you there, Mr. Shante? You bailed. You did an Irish goodbye.
I'll do a chat poll. Do we think he's sitting or standing right now?
I don't know. I just think that, first of all, Ben Johnson's a genius in my mind. So I'm not trying to necessarily second guess him, because I've been just trying to figure out all year, why isn't DJ getting more targets? Because I think he is our best wide receiver. I think Carl or Sriram pointed this out. Or it could have been Foster, but whoever said DJ ought to be the number one and let everybody else feed off of him. I think that's Foster. Yeah, that to me is the way to go. And the offense, I think, will look better. I really think it is. I mean, it doesn't look well. We have our struggles in offense, let's be honest. But I think it would be so much better if we operated like that.
As a rule, I mean, that's what I anticipated when we signed him, because you've got Burden as a rookie. I didn't expect him to jump right in and take either role of a one or two. So I mean,
and I don't think we paid him a total $130 million contract, obviously with skewed numbers. I don't think we paid him that for what Carl just showed.
Yeah,
right, absolutely.
And we didn't pay him that because we were desperate. We paid him that because he earned it.
Isn't it a goddamn shame in a game that you really wanted to win at Lambeau Field that you couldn't even try that as a plan? To get DJ Moore the ball? against a team who I think that the Packers' weakness as a whole on their football team is their outside cornerbacks.
I
mean, couldn't get DJ Moore the ball.
I would have been definitely doing more to get DJ and even get Swift the ball more, just because our two explosive players. I'm just saying.
and I think for me, the part that was kind of frustrating, although Carl and I talked about this before the show, I wasn't really frustrated or mad about the loss, but certain things I was disappointed in. And one of the things, no catchable pass was thrown to DJ down the field. That's the part that I'm looking like, why are we not utilizing this guy? But I digress.
Well,
I think part of that is still Caleb, PJ. His either he gets overexcited or he thinks too much when it's not crunch time. That every game I see him play in the fourth quarter, I am more and more convinced when there isn't something, to be a little bit exaggerating here, when there isn't something life or death at stake, I believe he might be just thinking too much and not playing how he does naturally. And then when the stakes are on the line, something seems to click in him where his passes are more more consistently laser, and they're more complicated and they hit. Where earlier in the game, routes that are open, throwing to a spot that is open, typically I try to put myself in his shoes. When we're doing things when there's no pressure, our minds can tend to wander and not be laser focused. And I'm wondering if that is what really affects him, and therefore some of these inaccuracy issues for the same pass, if it's the fourth quarter, he'll nail it like nobody's business.
You're on mute, Shorty.
Cool.
I love some of these comments because newbie here,
TMAL and
maybe his route running isn't up to snuff, or maybe no block, no rock. Bro, thank you for joining us tonight. I've never seen, maybe your name is different and we've seen before, but YouTube changed their entire chat handle and how they look. And if you have not been here before, we appreciate you and thank you for joining us tonight. That's a great point. And I also want to get to Cliff. He says, Sriram, Caleb's subconsciousness is great. His consciousness is slower. And like, I equate this to, I've kind of said it with some offenses and quarterbacks that we've had. Like, it's not necessarily run a 2-minute offense the entire game, but run like an up tempo just to keep because like some quarterbacks like Caleb are so cerebral that they need like the challenge to keep him going the whole game. Like, so like make the challenge like first down, like
right.
Make it a 2-minute offense to have to get, Peyton Manning. Like he ran fucking no huddle offense most of his career. Like boom, 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 boom. Right? You get the defense where you want them. Now you can't change the personnel. You keep pounding it in that personnel until you wear them out. But now they got to change. And so I think Caleb's one of those cerebral type of quarterbacks that if you put him in that mindset that he has to constantly be thinking in a 2-minute game, it's going to make a difference, right? And so, like the overthrows and all that shit, all that's going to come with time. That's going to come in year 3 of this offense. It's not going to come in. If we're lucky, we'll see it in the middle of year 2 or at the end of year 2. But by year 3, like this is why I'm getting off my chair, okay? Because this is why I am so fucking sick and tired of the fucking Packers. They go from Brett. I did this in the members only content, and I promised I wasn't going to do it, but I'm saving it for you guys for the last end of the show. This is why I hate the fucking Packers, because I'm in my 20s. God, dude, guys, I'm 50 years old. When I was 20, I was dealing with Brett Favre. I had a running jersey bet with a guy I worked with for 15 years. Every fucking Monday, I wore his Brett Favre jersey. And he wore my Brian Urlacher jersey, my very nice one, by the way, my real, actual, professional NFL Bears jersey from back in the day. He wore that twice. I wore his Brett Favre like God knows how many times. Then Aaron Rodgers comes in, and I'm like, fuck you, we got you now. Oh, no. No, first off, they drafted Aaron Rodgers. I went, you fucking oh, wait, what? And then the Aaron Rodgers jersey bet went on. And then I moved to Colorado, and that was done with me. And then we lose the championship game to Aaron Rodgers when he was just becoming a starter in the league. And it fucked me up for years. And then here we sit now. You drafted Jordan Love. Oh, wait a second. And here he sits now. 70. I have the numbers right here. You want to hear him? 67.1% completion percentage, 22 touchdowns and 4 interceptions after that last game. Caleb Williams, 57.8%, which dipped from 58.1 the week before. Completion percentage, 17 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, or 19 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Caleb Williams. I'm not even going to compare that to the rest of the quarterbacks that got drafted in that same draft class because I love Caleb way too much to do him that disservice. But fuck the fucking Packers. Like every year, it's like we lose. Finally, we win that last game last year. We thought the tides have turned. We go to Green Bay. We have a great game. It was a great football game. If you're not a fan of the Packers or the Bears, that was a great game to watch. It was actually a fun game. It was accelerating. It was like right here the whole game. And we fucking lost it in the same fashion we always lose it to the Packers. And I am, after 30 fucking years of losing to the Packers, I can't take much more, my friends. I cannot take much more. I am already losing my shit right now. If we lose this game at home to fuck Green Bay, I am going to have a serious meltdown. And by the way, Gabriel Talks Football is no longer going to be on BCP. They are moving back to our network on this coming Monday. So I don't even have Greg Gabriel to talk me off of a ledge. I was actually happy to talk to him this Monday on BCP because he actually talked me. He made me feel better. I was like, okay.
Obviously not.
No, he did. But
a temporary fix.
But my rant is the fuck. You're right. You're right. It didn't matter.
Sure, he's like a heroin addict. It was a temporary fix.
The Packers are they are the fucking bane of my existence. The bane of my existence. I hate the fucking Packers with all of my soul. I'm fucking sick and tired of them beating us. I am fucking.
Hey, PJ, I think I said exactly that either in another life or about 10 years ago.
I am going to stab myself in the throat with a fucking pen this next week. I promise you that. Live on the show. I won't die from it. I'll get food poisoning. Go ahead, guys.
Ooh, you got to be careful.
We're playing the Browns this week, by the way, not the Packers. The Browns. We got to go 1-0 against the Browns, everyone, not the Packers.
I'm so fucking pissed off. I
can't. Jimmy Stewart over there.
I mean, the next time that we play the Packers.
So we have a mini victory. We have a more than just a victory against the Browns this Sunday. We have to beat Myles Garrett for the first time in 5 years, man.
But let me explain this to you, Sriram. The last time that the Packers had a fucking tie, they won the division. And this year they have a tie. And no matter what we do, and they just keep hanging around with a fucking tie. So if we look at this, if we both lose this game
what would happen if they beat Dallas?
I think this is a good time for me to show this on the screen.
They would be ahead, and they would earn it. They didn't earn it with a fucking tie, is my point.
They're a pretty good team, man.
Oh, fuck the Packers.
I agree with you.
Listen, go back. What is it? 2013. The Randall Cobb.
I might have to do that, Tony.
It was the Randall Cobb 4th and 9 play. I think that they beat us to win the fucking division with a tie.
Why are we reliving this?
Because I'm talking about the tie. They sit here with a tie, and everyone's talking.
Here's the thing.
Even Greg Gabriel on our channel is like, a tie is going to hurt them. No, it's not. It's going to benefit them because even a tie benefits the Packers. That's what's so fucking bloody annoying about the Packers. A tie benefits them. I was hoping that we'd actually tie them this game, because if we tied them, then they would still be 1/2 game behind us no matter what happens. Because if we both lose this game or we both win this game, we're still in second place. If we lose to them next week, we're still out. We're still not the division leader in 2 weeks.
What is there to discuss after I lost to the Packers twice? I mean, if you want to win your division, you have to beat the Packers at least once, right?
I understand that, but that's the problem. Like, when are the Packers going to fuck off and die?
When the Bears beat them.
Guy, man, there's some great comments in here. It's I don't know why Shorty needs to confess to minister at church.
Asked by Tony Moy to call the asylum.
Man.
Yeah, call the asylum.
Iceberg Slims, pray for Shorty.
So done with the fucking Packers, guys.
Call the asylum. The scroll says, put the pen down, Shorty.
I won't die from it. I'll get ink poisoning.
Yeah.
I did this on the members only content.
Tony Moy says, Foster, get Shorty's body bag ready. I got the paneling.
Get the paneling ready.
Get the paneling ready.
So
perform an audit on your paneling inventory.
I got a pen right here. Here we go.
Put the pen down. Put the pen down.
Take some Blue Chew to get the blood out of your head to prevent a stroke.
Oh my God, Alex from the top ropes. Alex from the top ropes.
Wow. Guys, here's my question. When are the Packers going to fuck off and die? Like the Lions.
When the Bears beat them.
The Lions have fucked off and died for many years. The Vikings did the same thing. They're making a comeback. The fucking Packers are always there.
Shorty, I have an answer for you, man.
The Packers are going to be like all 6 of my ex-wives. They're always going to be there, and they're always going to be a pain in the ass.
But why? Why?
It's only the Packers. You could have like 5 other teams.
Why do they have to have 3 quarterbacks in a row? And we're not saying Jordan Love's a Hall of Famer, but
then quit saying it.
If you look at the fucking numbers, he's on pace to become one.
Shorty, what did Ron Rivera say? He said that figures lie and liars figure.
There you go. Thank you.
I mean, I watched Rex Grossman and Jay Cutler throw off their back foot. That's what Jordan Love does.
Yep.
Coaching matters.
Yes.
Yeah. LaFleur had a hell of a game against the Bears, guys.
He did, and that's what pisses me off. Like, fuck the Packers. Why?
So Shorty, I have an answer for you and an analogy for you. With the way I see it, if we truly, and I know you do, if you truly believe Caleb is the franchise QB answer to break a lot of curses, I would look at this similarly to the Bulls and the Pistons in the late 80s. The Pistons probably depressed us to no end up until 1989, 1990. If I'm not, if that was the
can't do shit. He's not a leader. He sucks. Blah blah blah. 6
yes, correct. Exactly. And we could not
when they wouldn't even shake their hands.
That's right. And up until then, the Pistons were, for lack of a better word, they were too good. They were the mountain to us, and they were hated. They were as hated back then from a sheer villain perspective. I'd put them on the same level as the Packers now, especially now. And that the Packers hatred really, really started probably like 95, 96, I guess we could say. But the moment Michael and Scotty and Horace stood up to them, and I will never discount the effectiveness of Phil Jackson and Tex Winter, obviously. That is when Detroit started dying a slow death for quite a few years. And after that, they were never the same. It took moments like that. And it will take, if you ask me, it will start next week if we turn shit around, which I believe we can, because I do not believe we are in danger of necessarily being consistently outcoached, number one. For the first time in a long time, I do not believe that. I believe that every game we stand a chance of outcoaching the other team. And even somebody who is a high level offensive mind like Matt LaFleur. Once that happens, it'll be a bonus if the victory is one of a more demoralizing nature. I'm throwing things out there now. If we demolish them next Sunday, then that might change things as well. That shit can turn tides quickly. Detroit is a great example. At the beginning of the year, they slaughtered us, man. They absolutely slaughtered us. And you are not looking at the same team anymore. Yes, I know they're injured, but a good chunk of their core roster is still there, but they're clearly not the same team.
Plus, Dan took over the play calling from a guy who I thought was play calling better than Ben Johnson did, and it was like, that was weird.
He did against the Bears.
Right. So,
I think that Lions window closed when they didn't go for the field goals back there when they should have been in the Super Bowl.
But to your point, Shriram, it's like Ben is going to. He is going. The only thing that gives me hope, and calming down from my soapbox rant, is that the thing that truly gives me hope, the thing that gave me hope before this game to begin with, was Ben Johnson. And right. I thought we were going to win this game, and then it just ended up. It was literally just. It wasn't a game to be mad about, other than me just seething hatred for the Packers. Just there are some people that are in this chat that have never known anything but Packers losses, and we were alive enough to see the wins against them, and we were alive when we had more wins than them, not more championships, but more wins than them. What the only thing we can lay our hat on is that
more wins than the most wins.
Aaron Rodgers has as many. Aaron Rodgers has as many NFC Championship trophies as fucking Rex Grossman. How about that?
Sorry.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
When was the last time, till the last play of that game, you thought the Bears could win that game?
I did.
When was the last time
exactly.
you could say that honestly?
15
or so years ago.
I don't know.
15 or so years ago.
Great question, Foster. I don't know.
Twice last year.
You're right. You're right, Paige.
That's the point, right, Foster? It's like, so that's what gives me hope. Like, when we play them next, I know that Ben's going to have that Rolodex of plays, and he's going to be on top of shit when it comes to evaluating what happened in that game and what to do differently.
Dude, he's already got that game figured out. That was a setup.
Exactly. He's like, I wanted to lose this game, right?
No, he didn't want to lose it. He knew what he was doing and planned on winning, and already has it set up for this fucking game coming up. I'm just should shut up. But.
Agreed. The other thing I'll tell you, Shorty, and this, you can let me know what you think about this. The Packers, unfortunately, to their credit, had some years ahead of the curve compared to us, thanks to Ron Wolf and Mike Holmgren. Their journey to this sustained success, they owe a shitload of thanks to those two, if you ask me. And they figured out a formula to pass down fundamental principles, quarterback to quarterback to quarterback. That whole throwing off the back foot thing, that guy who was an Atlanta Falcons cast-off in 91, 92.
Fucking slant pass thing, right?
Yep, exactly, man. That's not a coincidence.
They do it with their players too, all of them.
Yeah, for sure. That's where I was going with this. They coached. They made a quarterback's maverick recklessness into a controlled weapon, if you ask me. Remember, back in the day, do you know how many announcers and color commentators would scoff at people who throw off their back foot or threw off balance? They'd always say, oh, you're risking danger every time you do that. And anytime you're running right and throw across your body, across the field to the left, how dangerous that is, you're asking for trouble. Now, that stuff is seen as a virtue. Why? Because it is coached well and it's done in a controlled manner where it's actually intentional to encourage that, because you can throw defenses completely off. Green Bay has somehow harnessed that as part of their coaching philosophy, if you ask me. So, hence, passed down from Favre to Rodgers to Jordan Love. We are behind the curve on. I'm sorry.
They made a deal with the devil.
Yeah, they did. They did. And if you look back at our history, we have had players, quarterbacks, who are capable of throwing off their back foot in an little bit more uncontrolled manner. Rex was a prime example. But a more clear example, if you ask me, not of the player, but of us as coaches, I went back and watched a whole bunch of Cutler's games, 2009, 2010 specifically. So what I saw was when he threw off his front foot and he stepped into his throws, brilliant. Off his back foot, it was hit or miss, totally hit or miss. What that tells me is our coaching staffs back then, our organizational philosophies back then did not, I don't know if they actually taught our quarterbacks some of these fine dynamics that the league was already seeing happen. And they just let him play, and they said, Cutler proved himself in Denver. Let's just let him do what he does. We don't need to refine his game necessarily. It must be the scheme. We'll fire Ron Turner. We'll bring in Mike Martz, whatever they did. This is now us actually breaking down and developing a quarterback and developing a philosophy and subscribing to it. Anything that happens this year is i.e. the victory total, is a bonus for me, especially since we have a 1% semblance of any sort of consistent pass rush. The fact that we are even in these games is astounding to me. The fact that we were even in this Packers game, judging based on the number of times we even managed to get a quarterback hit or a pressure, let alone any sort of knocking Jordan Love down, except for that one coverage sack Montez Sweat had last week. The fact that we even are in these games at the end is one of the most promising things that I am seeing this year, that I can't say that we've seen for a long time. If we were ever in close games in the past 10 years, I can look back at how apprehensive we probably were in the last 4 minutes of those games back then compared to now.
I can see PJ going like this, and can I just add to this before PJ goes? Last year, they blocked a field goal to win a game.
All right.
And then the second game, we won on a field goal. So, PJ, go ahead.
I didn't have nothing.
Oh, I thought you lucky. You were like warming up. You're like,
no, I was up there typing in the chat.
So that holds weight, Shri, but it doesn't, because we should have won both games last year if you're counting a blocked field goal as a win, right? Like,
sure.
We were like begging the football gods that they didn't block it again on that last game, and when we won the game by a field goal again. So that close of a game to the fucking Packers is my point. It's like, when are they going to fuck off and die? When are the Packers going to become the last seed in the NFC? Like, they are just never there. They're always in contention. They're hanging around every year with a damn quarterback, and now it's on Jordan Love nobody has any idea. Well, Jordan Love's not. No, Jordan Love is on the same fucking trajectory as Aaron Rodgers is right now. Touchdowns, interception ratio, completion percentage, all that shit. He's on the same trajectory. So by all accounts, Jordan Love will become a Hall of Famer when he retires. And if that happens as a Bears fan, and
Whoa.
Did he just censor himself?
I got pulled. by Carl. If we can't fucking,
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
I pulled you because of what you said.
Pulling me from all my squares. If we cannot beat the Packers with another quarterback who was on Aaron Rodgers was better than Favre. Jordan Love is on the same trajectory as Aaron Rodgers. Like this is my point. I hate the Packers with all of my soul. I want them to just fuck off.
The highs are too high and the lows are too low, PJ.
No, PJ, the Packers need to just fuck off, PJ. Fuck off.
I think
it's coming. It's coming. They don't have to fuck off. We'll take care of them. You tell them, PJ.
Yeah, I just think it comes down to execution. I think if we had better execution in that game, we would have won. Be it the touchdown pass that got intercepted, be it the fact that Jalen Johnson didn't blitz, didn't go into coverage, just stood on line of scrimmage and a touchdown was scored. We need better execution. And that's something that can be fixed. I'm still pleased with our coaching staff. I think our quarterback is doing a good enough job. I mean, he can do better. I mean, his completion percentage is low. He can do better. But overall, I think he's doing a good job, good enough for us to win, obviously. So I don't get off in the whole rivalry thing, Favre, Rodgers, Love. I don't get into all of that because coaching is coaching. And if you have a good coach, you can.
Oh, bless your heart.
I mean, I'm just saying a good coach can make a quarterback look good. And that's what's been happening in Green Bay. So that's whatever. But we're there. We've shown that last year that, hey, we can play with them. This year, show that we can play with them again. I think soon the tides will be turning for us in our favor, but that's just what I believe.
Agreed, agreed, Pete.
Let me.
I am into that. I will say, fuck Green Bay.
We all say it, man.
Foster.
We all say it.
Kyle Pitts just scored a third touchdown.
Oh my goodness!
I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
That's my guy right there, Kyle Pitts.
It could be a random Tuesday in May. And I'll just be like walking around my house, like
40 points for Kyle Pitts.
I'll be taking out the garbage, and I'll be like, "God, I hate the fucking Packers." And my wife would be like, "I know, honey, I know." I'm like, "I'm sorry, just that's my Tourette's. I apologize. I apologize to anyone who has Tourette's. I don't really have Tourette's, but that's my like. I hate the Packers.
He sounds sometimes like he does have Tourette's.
So
so much that they rule. I literally in the middle of May or in the middle of April on a fucking Tuesday at 2.
He's been accused of having Tourette's by others.
God, I hate the fucking Packers.
So here's some more hope for you, Shorty, and for all of us. We know Ben Johnson's record against the Packers when he was with Detroit. Question is, why do we think that happened? Do we think it's because he did out-scheme the Packers D all those games, or was it Detroit's defense? Irrespective, we have a chance because he seems to know what he can do against Green Bay. This was the first game.
Me.
Please.
Because they fucking picked up a veteran quarterback who had been in the NFL for fucking 6 years.
That too.
Caleb's in his second year learning a new offense with a guy. But and I keep saying this, by year 3, those missed passes they're not going to happen. But right now they are. And it's when you see them against fuck Green Bay, you know that it's just it's a moment in time that you have to get over, but it's a fuck Green Bay moment that you can't get over until you fucking finally get over it. And fuck Green Bay, I'm done.
It's fixed, Cliff. It's all fixed.
Fuck Green Bay. Fuck the Packers. Fuck the Packers. God, dog it. Should I take up
So-
the dead air? What's going on here?
PJ, PJ, I have a question for you, and actually for all of you again. Does this game have a different result if we had, in your eyes, just think purely blunt, reactive answer, if we had any semblance of a pass rush, does this game end totally differently? Does this game turn out totally differently?
Of course.
Yes.
That fucking dildo. But by the way, where's that chat poll, Carl? What's better, something or?
We're gonna have to wait until the end of the show to see the results of tonight's chat poll, because I know everyone stays until the end for that.
No, the chat poll that we talked about in the members only content.
Yeah, no, it's completed.
What's better,
it was done. It only aired before we went live. It is done. We will have to wait for the end of the show.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. What would you rather be, a dildo or a douchebag? Is the question. I think it was.
I don't know. I think
a dildo. They're a bunch of dildos. No, they're a bunch of douchebags. Actually,
hate is a strong word, but it's tough. It's tough to watch the Bears consistently lose to a certain team. But I have hope. I have hope in our coaching staff. I have hope that we can turn this thing around. I don't subscribe to just because it's been that way, it will be that way. I don't. Again, in the last 3 games we played them, I think we was in every game and should have won them. So
yeah, but PJ, we've been in every game. It's come down to coaching. It's come down to referee or not. Well, it's come down to mostly refs and coaching,
execution,
and then execution. In my opinion, it goes refs, coaching, execution. We had the refs in this game. There were calls that I was like, well, damn, we would have never gotten that call in this game. And in years past, we got that call. We're actually in this game. And then we actually fuck up with the holding call on the Caleb Williams run for a first down. That was a real holding call. We got the face mask. We got the Colson Loveland catching the ball that was a fumble that they overturned with a challenge by a 4.5 tall fucking Packers head coach. You know, we got that call. Like, that doesn't happen to us normally. We got those calls. The game was in our favor, and we still lost it. And we lost that game. And I will sit here and admit that we lost it.
We lost it because of
make it any better that we lost
execution on offense.
Leaving on our head coach.
That's why we lost.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
The one that sticks to me is
there. Go ahead, Sri.
Real quickly. Jalen Johnson and Montez Sweat running into each other rather than wrapping Josh Jacobs. That killed me. That was momentum.
That starts and ends with Gervon Dexter. That asshole, and I know PJ's going to hate this.
4th and 1, they had him 2.5 yards behind where he needed to be.
I got your
screenshots. 4 guys missed the tackle. Dexter was standing there.
I'll get you screenshots. I'll let you the coach dissect this one. I'll get you some screenshots.
That's exactly what we're talking about. It's execution. How do you not make a tackle?
I love you, Carl, man.
Tackles, hey, Peach, some of those.
And for as much as you love me, I hate Mr. Dexter.
I don't know. I look at the Dexter, the play we're talking about here. I look at that as failure on execution. I look at Jalen Johnson not dropping back into coverage, failure of execution. I look at Caleb not throwing the ball 3 yards further to where he wouldn't have got into execution. I think it comes down to execution. I think, again, we're on the right path. We just have to fine tune it. Sucks to hear. Sounds like an excuse, but in my opinion, that's where we're at. Just keep on trucking away, keep on working at it, and we'll get there.
True coach speak right there.
And especially this offseason when we'll actually have a chance to create and build a defensive line like we did our offensive line this past offseason that will make if tides will turn base, that it's going to be that big of a deal that this offseason is taken that seriously. Up until then, to get all of these lovely bonuses we've been getting with even being mentioned in the race this year, it's all due to creativity, scheme, and execution, as PJ said. So it has to be more of that to even get into the tournament, if you ask me. And Ben Johnson at least is capable, if you ask.
Imagine if you turned DJ Moore into a defensive lineman that was the same caliber as DJ Moore.
Carl, I'm curious to know what does our predictions look like to this point?
I can get that in a second. I was just gonna ask the coach. I mean, what are we saying here, Coach?
It's in the media assets. You got it right there.
What I'm seeing is 4 people who should have made a tackle. That's what I'm seeing.
I remember this from you on Twitter, Carl. Like, fuck, Dexter.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't Jalen and Sweat that ran into each other.
Extremely quiet on Twitter. I mean.
Yeah, I'm looking at 4 guys that should have made a tackle.
I mean, this is just inexcusable.
Well, if you're looking at what Dexter's doing, he's trying to like bump somebody as opposed to wrapping them up, which is a no-no.
Right.
The number one rule in right. You got to wrap up, fellas. Got to wrap up in more ways than one. But you got to wrap up.
Yeah, just to add to Shorty's love of the Green Bay Packers, I mean, the amount of times that I saw Jervon be called Jervon two-hand touch Dexter. I mean, this kid has to figure it out, and we're in what, year 3, year 4?
The other guy is also doing the bump thing. The guy next to Jervon. They both bumping as opposed to wrapping up.
Was that Booker?
No.
Or is that
98's Montez Sweat? The double orange there is CJ Gardner-Johnson, and I think the player trailing is a cornerback.
Oh, that may be Jalen, because he talked about this play, and maybe
Jalen's
Jalen
in the orange shirt.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. That absolutely is Jalen Johnson. That is not.
But I'm talking about CJ. I think that's CJ.
Yeah, I remember CJ being involved in this play too, so that probably is CJ.
They both doing the bump thing as opposed to the wrap up thing, and that's a no-no.
So PJ, why do we see it with that level of frequency? Not just us here, but even other defenders. Remember the Bengals game where the Bengals bumped Colston and he just ran off. Why does that happen in your opinion?
I think people are looking for the splash play.
Like forcing a fumble, you mean? Is that what it is?
No, the splash play of making a big hit. Wow.
I see.
But wrap up. Seriously, just wrap up. That's what she said.
It would be so lovely if Dexter could get a lucrative contract from someone else and we could get a compensatory third. It would be so nice.
You keep saying that, but if we sign to somebody else, we're not going to get that compensatory pick.
Right. It's all a game. And that's something that needs to be said regarding Nahshon Wright.
Man, let's beat Cleveland.
True.
Yeah.
But
they haven't said nothing about Cleveland tonight.
Let's move on. Move on and move up time, man.
What are you trying to say, Foster?
Somebody asked for the predictions, the preseason predictions that we had. Somebody asked for those.
What are you trying to Chris Watts this shit and like move it? Let's get to the game predictions and let's end this. That's what I wanted to see. Thank you.
That's what I just asked a question. Didn't you ask?
Oh, you're just being Chris Watts.
Oh.
Carl was the only one. Carl and David predicted the loss against the Pack. Oh no!
So who is correct right now? Paul, David had us.
I got us at 9 and 8.
Yeah, I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think there's anyone on this graphic that is quote unquote right.
Yeah, no.
I think
even Shorty's logic, like Shorty predicted us losing out or winning out. I'm sorry. I predicted us winning more games than losing in the back half of the schedule, and it may end up being the reverse. So, really, this has been an unguessable, unprecedented season.
Wait, you don't have the one with Chris Watts and Jason UK Bears in this, because Jason's actually more correct than us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jason predicted 13-4. And here we go.
There it is.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, but
Jason's more
that's
correct
gonna
than
be
we
a
are.
tough one. I'm looking at Chris Watts. I mean, I'm just going by the record though.
But no one is right. Like everyone, including the chat who predicted a 15-2 season, predicted the Bears losing to the Eagles.
All
Like,
wrong.
There is no one who is right.
Everybody predicted that. Didn't we go through
God,
this?
we all suck.
Both polls because they won the Super Bowl and they looked so good against the Kansas City that shouldn't have been there.
What do you guys feel about how many games the Bears need to win to get into the playoffs? And on screen is currently
more.
the remaining schedule for the NFC.
11.
Got to hit 11.
Yeah.
Two more games, man. We're in.
That's 11, Shorty.
Exactly. We'll be like the 7th seed maybe, but we'll be in.
Who do you all think we lose to? Do you think we lose to the 49ers?
Because of the NFC West.
Fuck the
schedule.
49ers.
Look at who they're playing, the Rams, Seahawks, and Niners. That's what could mess
Do you
things
guys
up.
know how injured the 49ers are too?
Yeah.
They're playing football without the best linebacker in football. They're playing football without a top 5 defensive end. They're playing football without a starting wide receiver. They were able to somehow mitigate the loss of their starting quarterback who makes $50 million a year. Like that head coach in San Francisco is incredible.
Impressive.
They didn't have Kittle for 6 weeks either, and they've been
that Jag-off Kittle. Yeah, he's just a Jag, right? I mean, that's top 5, top 3 tight end. I mean, it's unprecedented.
And then who's the other kid receiver? Pearsall. They didn't have him for 5 or 6 weeks either.
I want to give a shout out to Cliff Victoria.
Cliff's
He's been
good.
saying for the last hour or so, what about Cleveland?
Exactly.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Cliff. We need to think
Jordy,
about Cleveland.
the host of this show set the tone on that, right? Like it's fuck the Packers. We're gonna beat them at Soldier Field, all these things. But that is the only thing that you can do is control what you can control. Who are you playing this week?
Cliff, you are so correct. I hate the fucking Packers so much. I can't even look past.
But how about we beat Cleveland, Shorty?
Exactly. So, Cliff, thank you.
How lucky are we
Fuck the Browns?
How lucky are we that we get to watch a rookie left tackle go up against the best defensive player in football?
That's gonna be
and
fun.
really measure what we have at left tackle.
By the way, Carl, tell us all about your favorite left tackle in the league right now.
He literally, Ozzy Trapillo literally is my favorite left tackle because from the moment you drafted him, all other 31 NFL teams will tell you
What a waste of a draft
players. You draft players on day 2 of the NFL draft to start on your football team. And my God, the Chicago Bears drafted a player to start at left tackle on day 2 of the NFL draft. I don't know if we should give them a round of applause, a golf clap here. I mean, I'm so happy that Ozzy Trapillo is on the field.
I can do that for you.
I don't know. I think Myles Garrett will be a really good.
Okay. Welcome, Carl.
PJ,
what? Myles Garrett, what?
I will give Ben Johnson 10 lashings if he asks Ozzy Trapillo to block Myles Garrett more than 3 times one-on-one. I mean, he needs help. Every player in the NFL needs help. Maybe not Trent Williams, but outside of that, every player needs help against Myles Garrett.
Pete, what were you saying about Myles Garrett?
I don't know. He's a ton. Doesn't correct me if I'm wrong? Doesn't he have 19 sacks so far this year?
Yeah, maybe I should make this the next chat poll. What's the
Yeah,
chance that
well.
Myles Garrett breaks the record against the Bears?
Of course, 100%.
No, the record's 23, right?
I thought it was 22. Hold on.
You could be right. 22 and a half, maybe.
One thing we're certain for sure: Caleb Williams will not fall down and let him touch him to get a sack. That's for sure.
Yeah,
unlike some other people.
Yeah. Single season sack record is shared by Michael Strahan and TJ Watt, both having 22 and a half in one season, with TJ Watt having, I believe, the extra game in 2021.
Yes.
So it's Michael Strahan's record for all intents and purposes, in my opinion.
Yes. I don't know. I just think that, Myles Garrett is a force to be reckoned with. They do a good job of scheming him. And beyond that guy's first step and bend is incredible. The way he can dip, oh my goodness. As a defensive coach, I would love to be able to have a player like that on my team. I mean, that guy is just incredible. I mean, and to think that I don't think the Bears ever had a chance, but we was one pick away from being able to get that guy.
Right. Yeah. We could have traded up 2 spots and given up more potentially, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like Myles Garrett was the last generational defensive player to be drafted. The player
Yeah.
who everyone knew he was going first overall. Everyone knew he was a freak, and he has still somehow found a way to surpass that draft stock.
And the ironic thing, as far as drafting, reminds me of us being a draft pick away from getting Aaron Donald too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that guy, Myles Garrett, incredible. I'm not a big fan of the coach of Cleveland, but I don't know what they have in Shador. So whether or not he surprises, I don't know. I have no idea because their coach is so sporadic, and I can't think. I must think we can't overlook them. We just can't overlook them, especially in this type of weather that we're going to be in. So, yeah, I'm with Cliff. We can't overlook Cleveland. We can't just take them for granted.
The Cleveland team that beat Green Bay.
Yep.
Yes.
Albeit with a different quarterback.
Their running back is no joke. Definitely. He's the real deal, if you ask me. So far,
we wanted him on the Bears. Everybody here, I think I know a few of us did.
All right.
This is definitely not a game that we look past the Browns, right? This
Absolutely
is fuck the Browns game. Because we lost to the Browns last time we played them. Who
and the time before that,
man.
Who was the quarterback, by the way?
The old man.
Joe Flacco, right?
Yep.
Flacco.
Yep.
My
He
son.
did this year. Joe Flacco did the same shit to us with the Browns. Quite exactly. That he did to us with the Bengals this year. Just right down the field, just touchdown, score, we score, they score, we score, they score. He did the same shit last year. So he's not on the Browns now. That's a good thing. Is Shador Sanders gonna beat us?
I'm glad I get to see him play finally.
Here's my question, Foster, though. Every time we play a fucking rookie quarterback, they get the best of us, don't they? They do. Don't tell me they don't. They do. Look back in history. They do.
Rookies and subs.
Fucking you take it all the way back to fucking Russell Wilson as a rookie, kicking our ass with Brian Urlacher. Fuck, I'm too slow to catch up to this guy after an
He's a
interception.
little special then, though, too, you know.
Yeah, but he's not that special. He had a great
I'm
defense.
talking about Russell Wilson.
Falcons just beat the Buccaneers.
Wow.
Yeah, and only I think one person called it on the pregame show and stuff. There's one guy took the Falcons. Everybody else was taking Cleveland.
Does Miles here's the chat poll. Does Myles Garrett break the sack record versus the Bears? 100%, because that's exactly what fucking happens to the Bears. We give up that sack record to a Myles Garrett.
I don't care if they win. If they win and it happens, it's a big deal. It's going to happen when it's going to happen.
Assuming
just win the game. Let's win this game, man. We need to get 2 more wins here. Let's make a playoff run. We'll get the guys the experience, no matter what happens.
I think if Myles Garrett starts off the first half with let's say a sack and 4 pressures, Ben Johnson is the type of coach that will make the adjustments to where he doesn't become a problem.
Did you hear him?
We watched Max Crosby ruin a half of football against the Chicago Bears.
Right.
Did you hear Ben in his press conference about halftime adjustments? He says, they asked him about this last game. What were your halftime adjustments? He said, I didn't make any because my game plan was what it was. So he is so fucking cerebral that he goes into a game with the entire game plan planned out, halftime after. So
that speaks to me that it was lack of execution as opposed to his coaching problem. So if you have a scheme to block Miles Garrett, and if that scheme's not working, you're going to change that scheme. That'll be the adjustment. I think what Dennis Allen probably did is make some halftime adjustments against the Packers offense, because it seemed like the defense played better in the second half than they did in the first half. But in the first half, they was playing really well in the first quarter. It was just that last 5 minutes or so in the first or in the second quarter that we really gave up 2 touchdowns that hurt us. But I as a coach wouldn't say that I believe in what I'm doing so much that I'm not going to make any adjustments, because you don't know what this other team is going to do. So once you get in that game and you say, oh, well, I didn't plan for them doing that. So, man, I maybe do need to make some adjustments. Don't be so cocky to where, oh, yeah, I don't make adjustments. Bruh, you sound like Mike Marks.
Yeah.
No audibles, no adjustments, bro. Come on.
PJ, let me ask you.
I was just going to question that. How do you not make adjustments? Because you see, I mean, how do you engage? I don't care if it's at the line of scrimmage. Somebody's making an adjustment somewhere. Even the guy at the line, whoever he's blocking, could change the way it's been going. I mean, sorry. Go ahead, Tree.
I was going to ask, speaking of Garrett, if let's just say hypothetically, the first half he ends up wrecking a few things. If your offensive scheme leans heavily on using the run to drive the passing game, if you are an offensive coordinator and you're contending with Myles Garrett, do you run to him, or do you scheme to run away from him? This is maybe just overall holistically for the game itself. How do you scheme your running game when you have 2 talented backs with different types of abilities, but you have a game wrecker on the left side? How would you actually scheme that?
It's tough to say because you don't know I mean, I can't say exactly how he's going to play the run. Let's say if he's playing the run to outside leverage, therefore I'm kicking him out. And knowing that, okay, he's playing outside leverage, let me kick him out, get him out the way, and I can run behind him. But if he's coming down, so now am I using my pulling guard to come over and block him and then try to get on the outside of him there? So it's hard to say because I don't exactly know how he's playing. I will say he's a tough one to game plan for, because not only is he super talented, they do a good job at times of moving him around. And when they move him around, it's like, okay, you think Ozzie is going to play most snaps against him. But if Ozzie is doing a good job against him, they will move him to either the inside or even the other side. And I seen Darnell Wright, last week, get turned around on a pass. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? I mean, this dude is doing a silhouette or something. I'm seeing you turn all the way around. I'm like, how you pass blocking, man? So, yeah, it's tough. I mean, I give Myles credit. Myles Garrett, he is truly the best defensive end in the league, in my opinion.
So they do similar. They would do similar to what the Packers did by bringing Micah inside for some plays.
I think they will, because I've seen them do it before. If he's not having success like they expect, I can see them moving him.
Wow, I don't think I ever noticed him inside ever, but I have to pay attention now.
Shri, I love how you're like underneath says aspiring propagandist. That's awesome. Aspiring propagandist. I feel like that's
my Twitter is boring, so I didn't put my handle on there.
Yeah, Mason Graham. I think he's been coming along lately as well. I think he started off kind of slow, maybe, but I think he's been coming along as well. So, John S., thanks for bringing that up as well. Oh, Graham is out, is what Little Lord Crimson saying? Is he?
Last 2 days, Mason Graham did not practice with a rib injury.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And how about this? I'm not gonna take credit for this. I saw it from Brad Biggs first, but guess who just popped up as a limited participant today in practice with a shoulder injury for the Cleveland Browns?
Shadur Sanders.
Tevin Jenkins.
Wow.
Oh,
Has he been playing?
I think I saw Bragg said that he started his first game last week.
At guard?
I don't know, probably.
Okay.
You mean Greg Braggs of CHGO?
No, Brad Biggs, the fat piece of crap who blocked me on Twitter after I said, "Wow, you sold your soul to the devil for gambling or something," and he just one tweet.
I wonder why he blocked you. I wonder why he blocked you, bro.
I said it eloquently, and I mean, this is a guy who, how long has he been doing his job? 20 years, 30 years, longer than I've been alive.
I
And
have
this
no
guy
idea
takes
why he
offense.
blocked
I said, "Oh, sorry, you sold your soul to the devil for gambling." One tweet. Yep, I'm done.
Wait,
Blocked.
did he become
You gotta remember,
a spokesman or
there's people
influencer
like
for
this-
a gambling site?
Some bullshit.
Carl, you gotta
And the
remember this
reason,
stuff.
here's the full context, Foster, before you go. The full context.
It ain't gonna
Who
matter what the
tweeted
context
about
is.
the Bears being interested in Kyle Monangai 20 minutes before they drafted him? Why does Brad Biggs know what the Bears are going to do in their draft room? And now he's talking about gambling. It's like, this is corrupt as fuck.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, come on.
Fuck CHGO Sports.
You guys,
It's nothing to
I'm
do with
surprised.
CHGO.
So nobody's mentioned anything in tonight about the officiating and everything that's being talked about with the officiators of the Bears Packers game. Nobody's brought it
Everything
up.
has to do with CHGO, Carl.
This has nothing to do with CHGO.
No, it does to me.
I'm talking about stuff. Nobody's seen anything about the officiating being
It's all
investigated.
CHGO. Doesn't matter. CHGO.
It has nothing to do with CHGO. This didn't come out of
Everything.
CHGO.
100%.
That's it, motherfucker.
Dude, by the way, that's a nice
I
beard.
can't even find you to pull you. That's what.
Speaking of
somebody said just for that, that's fucking terrible.
Speaking of the media, gentlemen, I don't know if you. Oh, did Foster drop off?
He pulled himself, not me.
Oh shit. Well, I guess I'll ask both of you this question. PJ, I don't know how much you get the time or chance to catch these, but this is something that I have noticed, and I'm not somebody who normally gets easily irritated or annoyed by annoying people or irritating things. But is it me? Is it only me? Or are the questions that our beat journalists who get access to the locker rooms and press conferences on the daily, do they ask the worst possible, least thought out, uncreative, and I won't even call it pandering. They're not even creative enough to be pandering questions that anyone could ever possibly ask.
Can I give you an example, Sri? Shriram, what was it like for you pouring your coffee today into your coffee mug? Please explain.
Yeah, it was.
Did you add cream to it? Just for example, like did you add cream to it, and how much? Do you like a mocha colored coffee, or do you like a cream colored coffee? You like it? Go ahead, Shri.
Yeah. I suppose it would have to be just what was dialed up today, and
do you?
We'll see how it.
How about ice? Do you put ice in your coffee, Shri?
Well, look, I have a lot of.
And by the way, when you were pouring your coffee, Shri, did you spill any of it on the countertop? And if you did you use a paper towel or a dishcloth to wipe it up?
Well, all I'll say is we're on to the next game. That's all that matters is the next one. That's all that matters.
That's the fucking questions that they ask in Chicago.
I know, man.
And so you were pouring coffee today. Did you spill any of it? And if you did it land on the countertop, or did you get it all in your coffee? And by the way, what kind of creamer did you use? Was it a vanilla based or a hazelnut based, or was it fuck off?
PJ.
Yes.
For our audio listeners, I want you to walk me through where I went wrong, okay? Just to encapsulate what I said earlier. Brad Biggs tweets from May 15th. He asks, "Want to bet?" ?
Ah,
The full NFL schedule is out. At DraftKings has odds for all 272 games. The Bears are favorite in 7 games, 1 on the road. Full details with a little nasty link here to the Chicago Tribune, right? So,
Right.
reactionary. No thought into this whatsoever, PJ. Tell me where I went wrong. I said, "Sorry that you've fallen victim to Big Gamba, Brad. May you rest easy in this life and the next." I was blocked within 5 minutes, by the way. He blocked me on Twitter for that. Where did I go wrong?
Can I, honestly speaking, that kind of sounds like a threat.
I wish I meant it as a threat.
I mean, look at it.
Jeez.
Look at that last sentence, though. May you rest easy in this life and the next.
Well,
I
I'm
agree,
saying
I agree,
he
Pete.
fell victim to Big Gamba. Like his life was
No,
over.
no.
He
I mean, I
sacrificed
understand
his
what-
life to the
Die
system.
well.
I understand what you're saying. I don't think you meant it as a threat.
Absolutely not.
If I don't know you and I'm reading this, I'm looking at that. That kind of sounds like a threat.
You're like,
Pete is right though. It could, man.
it could, yeah.
Oh, so he thought that my
It
Twitter
doesn't even,
account with
it doesn't even matter him. What
sub
about Twitter?
500 followers that has since been soft deactivated. He
May
thought I
you
was
rest
threatening him.
easy in this life and in the next.
Yeah.
Right
And
there.
then
That's
broken
where
heart.
you went wrong.
Hey, full context. Broken heart emoji saying like, "Wow, I used to like your content, but now to see you promoting gambling after you exposed yourself as being a Bears insider to their draft war room."
Well, put it this way: you're not making.
you should have said that part
any
instead of the
sense.
rest easy thing. Then I don't know if he would have necessarily blocked you.
Oh, he would have blocked me because I didn't support his stupid dying legacy media, which is the Chicago Tribune.
You don't know people.
Are you anti-gambling, by the way? Just curious, Carl.
I wouldn't say it's
some people are just
anti-gambling, but
they don't want to waste any time with anything that could be any effort that they have to put into it because they've only got so much time left. But they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it at all.
Should I follow that up,
Serious.
Foster? Are you saying that Brad only has so much time left before something
who's
happens,
ever-
Foster?
Who's ever
Jesus
handling
Christ.
Do you have
not
his
even
exact
him, man.
GPS
Yeah.
location right now, Foster? Huh? Or are
I
we
did,
talking
I
to
did.
Mo Lester right now? Huh?
I
Foster?
threatened him, dude. No, he was in the chat though. I thought.
Oh, Steve Rogers. Wow. Below the belt. That's why Ghost never contacted you. I'm leaving the show forever now. Bye, Steve.
Wait, who's Ghost?
It's,
Ghost of the Judah
somebody
tribe,
used to
maybe?
come into the chat, had their own show.
Oh,
Judah goes to Judah Tribe is what I'm led to believe.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Correct,
thinking.
Pete? Would you think that?
That's what I think. I agree. No, I mean, no, honestly, Carl.
me up.
Carl, I mean,
Got
that's-
Podfather.
maybe he thought you were making some type of threat of some sort. So, I mean, again, we know you. I know your type of humor. He doesn't. So that's probably why you read it and interpreted it as that.
Or he's got some old guy running his fucking chat because it ain't him doing it himself. And he saw it, just said, "I'm blocking this dude. I'm too old for this crap. I don't have time for this shit." That would be me if I was doing it. Fuck you.
So yeah, Carl, your fault, buddy.
Where am I at? Here, let's
Uh-oh.
full circle. Let's full
Now he's
circle.
gonna
what I'm
argue
talking
it.
about. Oh,
Put it in I
Right.
want it in a fucking Carl. I want that in a. Can you do that in a vote thing?
what?
You know, your fault, Twitter's fault, Brad Big's fault, or his fucking.
I'll
old,
do it. Yeah.
Or
I'll
his
do
old
it.
fucking
I'll humor you.
assistant's fault. It's one of those four
I
persons'
mean,
fault.
look at this piece of crap. On April 26th, he tweets about 20 picks or so until the Bears are up for their final selection in round 7. No idea what they think of Rutgers running back Kyle Monangai, but a scout I chatted with elsewhere loved him. And then they draft him.
Hmm.
That's corrupt.
But you do know
Well-
he's really connected with the Bears. So maybe he heard rumors of someone saying, "Yeah, we like."
Right. So he's essentially the person standing right next to the door as it opens and closes. I get that.
Right.
Why are you allowed to legally promote gambling?
Hmm.
It's garbage.
Well, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. I'm not a fan.
Cliff says, Carl, stop threatening posters. Oh, posters. I thought I almost said posers. I don't even know what you mean by that, if I'm being honest, Cliff.
Posters?
Well,
Guys
Who are people
guys who-
posting
posters.
something on there? Brad Biggs posted that, right?
Yeah. So
well, PJ and Foster, hasn't he been on the beat since like 98 almost or 97? It's been a good like almost 30 years, I want to say.
yeah, he's been there.
And so the amount of juice and connections you make in that period of time, we can't even fathom, I doubt.
He's well connected. He's well connected. So when he says or writes things, it's because he probably has an inside track with it already. He probably heard.
You don't even know how well connected. I mean, like we could say he's connected. He might be more connected than you think. Just look at the thing. Just with Greg Gabriel letting polls know about the kid out of Michigan State, and then he says thank you to Greg Gabriel for, we had him on there, but it was a reminder, and they went back and reevaluated and picked him, and great pick. So I mean,
right.
We don't know, but I'm just like P just saying, dude. The guy's he's been roaming around fucking Hallis Hall before the new one was there.
Right.
Right.
What's funny is I have a funny analogy to make here. Not even an analogy, but it made me think of this. Because he brought up Monangai and how it was almost predictive. I'm sure you all know or remember Dan Bernstein from The Score. I found this phenomenon that occurs when the Bears draft somebody and he thinks there's something funny either about their name or of their scouting report. He'll start making fun of them. And then they end up being actually really good. And there's two players that has happened with from my memory. One was our friend Kyle Monangai. He would do, I remember on his, whatever his show, it'd be a clip of him basically sarcastically commenting that, Kyle Monangai would save the day. And he's like, basically when the Bears were losing, he was talking shit about him and
emphasizing his from the 7th round gonna save the Bears today. I heard that.
Emphasizing his exotic sounding last name. And then lo and behold, what happens? This happened also in 2001, mind you. I remember that draft, or it might have been the 2000 draft. He made fun of a certain free safety that was drafted, and on his scouting report, they said his intelligence was off the charts, and he was sarcastically shitting on that draft pick, saying, "Oh, well, I suppose every game Mike Brown will just tackle everyone with his brain." And then what happens after that?
Well, the problem with that tree is he's only done it twice in 25 years. That's why.
I know.
That's one of the reasons he had to go. It ain't enough. Gotta do that twice a year, Dan.
That is true. That is very true.
He's out there with the new podcast, doing something else, making money, doing a podcast. Whatever. I'm glad he's gone from the radio because he was a real piece of crap.
Well, ever since Terry Boers left, the Score stopped being. He was the one thing that he made me feel like they didn't take themselves too seriously. And now, ever since then, everybody who hosts in my opinion, takes themselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know why Bernstein was taken off the radio?
Carl, wait.
Yeah.
I want to ask everybody, including you, Carl. I want to ask Carl this too. Do you guys listen to anybody from the Score? Because the only thing I catch is, oh my God, our center. I love him.
Fuck the Score. No, I don't.
Who's this? Owen Krutz. He does about like 15 minutes, 8 or 15 minutes twice a week, and it's him breaking the game down. So that's the only thing I will catch on the Score. I don't even put the radio on.
Krutz is an awesome follow on Twitter, by the way.
I did see that, Foster. Yes.
Krutz is that's the only thing I have to do with the Score. I'm serious. That's it.
I couldn't stomach the co-host with him, man. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't watch.
Well, the good thing is you don't have to, because you could just go to YouTube and put it on, and then go to where he's fucking starts talking and let it run, and then you skip the other.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
And he usually runs. It's usually like if I'm like, okay, if I'm sitting there, man, I could grab a cigarette and a coffee, which is bad, but I'll sit down and have a cigarette and a coffee, and I could catch the 5 or 7 minutes that he talks because he's in depth, and he tells you like it is. Because the Bears need to do this. The Bears need to execute better at the line, at the running back position, at the So that's the only thing I catch. Now, do you guys catch anything from the Score? Dan, you first, because I know you're not.
Fuck the Score.
So you don't, nobody or nothing from the Score once a week, never.
Never.
Okay.
I steer away. I see them in my YouTube feed. I fuck
They're
off.
like the Packers, right?
Yep. The score is the Packers to me. Fuck off.
What about you?
Go
Pete?
away.
Do you catch any of the score at all? Like anything from the score?
Shit, fuck Green Bay.
I've seen a few times where Olin Kreutz has talked on there. Yeah, that'd be about the only, because I can't catch, because I don't get it live. I'll see something on YouTube with
never.
it. And, yeah.
If I catch something live, it's not for long.
Yeah.
Because Kreutz is on there 2, maybe 3 times a week, depending on like Thanksgiving. He was on a couple times that week. So
I see a YouTube video on it.
He's one of my favorites because he's straight up. He's going to tell you, yeah, that's bullshit. They got to do this, and this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's you don't get that on the media anywhere in the country. Every fan base got the same problem we got, and then it makes people worse.
Agreed.
So, Shree, do you catch anything on?
Not anymore, man. Like I said, ever since I saw them getting way too. I know they live on sarcasm, but all of their sarcasm was just way too serious sounding. There was nothing entertaining about it that I couldn't talk with my buddies about. There was nothing insightful. I didn't learn anything. Yeah. Similar with ESPN, the only thing I listen to, I guess we can call it Bears related, only because I have a soft spot for him, is when Jeff Joniak and Thayer have their podcast like on Thursdays or whatever day. I enjoy listening to them because they're both good human beings in my opinion. And then when Joniak interviews Ben Johnson, which I appreciate that they do, I enjoy that.
Wait, stop. So Joniak and Thayer, I don't watch that on ESPN.
On ESPN, that's on the Bears channel. I mean, when they do that,
that.
No.
Yeah.
Joniak does do with a little thing on ESPN. He does.
Oh, it is ESPN.
It's aired on ESPN first. And then it's reciprocated to YouTube after.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Sense.
But like Waddle,
Thank you, Carl.
Waddle and Sylvie, I used to like them once upon a time, way back in the day. They had the same thing happen. They got very serious, and I didn't care for it anymore.
I just do not like Sylvie at all.
Yes.
Waddle's good.
Annoy me.
Waddle can have some good takes, but he gets wrapped up in Sylvie shit, and then it brings the show down.
Yep.
That's my opinion on it.
My best memories of the score were, like I said, Terry Boers, and then after we would get killed, listening to Doug Buffon and Ed Obradovich just warmed my heart.
Yeah.
Watching them get pissed was so.
What the hell was that? My granddaughter tackles better than that guy. Ed Obradovich, so underrated.
Yes, absolutely,
Such an underrated
man.
Player.
He reminds me of Johnny Red Kerr. That's what when they both would get very passionate and angry or whatever. Very, very similar, if you ask me.
He'd hold somebody up at the line so Buck could hit him, or he'd grab a couple guys and force the running back towards where Buckus was shifting.
Yes.
It's just so underrated, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Underrated. Apologize.
So I got a question for you. There was a question I meant to ask. I was thinking about this. You triggered me by saying the word underrated. If you just think this is more an instinct, initial reaction question, who is your personally most underrated Bear player in your lifetime that you witnessed and that you thought was awesome, but was like never really heralded? We can say. Is there one first name that pops to your mind?
Mike Hartenstein.
Matt Forte.
Unheralded Matt Forte?
Totally did not get what he deserved. Matt Forte, yes.
He should have been a bigger name than he is considered.
I bet
Mike Hartenstein's no name, and if you go back and look at the tapes and then all the years where he got 10 or 12 sacks, 15 sacks, it was never documented.
Hell yeah.
Plus, if you go back to the 84 and the 85 teams, he was a starter on that defensive line before he got hurt.
Yes, sir.
Hampton was inside.
PJ. Wasn't Al Harris the starter as well?
Al Harris sat out that year because he was actually linebacker. But but he was like 260.
That's right.
6'4", so he could play.
Carl.
He could play linebacker. He could go out and pass coverage, and he was a good pass coverage guy. But he could also play defensive end or defensive tackle.
No.
Does Thomas Jones
no
fit this description?
Absolutely.
I have
Kyle.
PJ's answer. PJ,
Yes.
I know your answer.
2.
The question.
What was the question?
The most unheralded player of all time for the Bears.
And first name that comes to mind. First name.
PJ. Justin
The
Fields.
most underrated player is what the question was.
Underrated / unheralded, which might be the same.
Justin Fields for PJ.
There's too many.
No.
I got like 7 guys.
For me, first name is Marty Booker. That's the name that popped in my mind.
Wow.
First name.
Too, dude.
He was a tough son of a bitch, man.
So someone put this in the chat. They said Lance Briggs. I mean, does Lance Briggs go to the Hall of Fame if Urlacher doesn't play for the Bears? Is Lance Briggs that good? I'm not sure about
question, 1992. By the way, thank you for joining us tonight. 1992. Montiel.
To answer that question, I think the first name that came to my mind was Tommy Harris, but I thought he got his praises when he was there. So because I am a big Tommy Harris fan.
That's a great one though, because he could have been, right, Peach?
Yeah, but I think he did get some flowers while he was there. But I think a guy that is often overlooked because maybe the era that he played in on so many losing teams, Wally Chambers. Wally Chambers was a defensive tackle who was quick off the ball until a knee injury sidelined his career. So I thought he was really good. Mid-70s, he played.
Jim Osborne played next to him, another guy.
You want my answer?
Fantastic Bears player. So underrated. Sean Gale.
He was.
Well, wait till you hear my answer. Mark Butterfield.
Really?
Remember him?
No. I do.
No.
That was a total fucking joke. If you remember him, then you were like.
I was trying to think what attributes of his.
Wait. Oh, okay. First off, Shri, what position
was he? He wasn't a tight end, was he?
Nope, you failed.
Did I? Fuck.
You failed.
Why am I thinking tight end?
Chat. Mark Butterfield, please tell me what position he played. Mark Butterfield.
Water
please
boy.
Tell me. PJ, you are correct. Water boy. But aside from that, what else? I would love to know if chat's correct on this. Mark Butterfield, what position did he play? Chat, please back me up here. Go ahead, keep talking. I'm just going to wait for chat.
People in the chat looking on Google right now to try to find it.
Guys are all fucking late.
Here's another good name, Lenny Waltershag.
Waltershag.
He was good, man.
How about
Lemuel Stinson?
Yes, the one who called the number of interceptions he was going to get. I don't know if you remember, in the early 90s, he would actually, prior to games, he would predict how many picks he'll actually get, and he would go fucking do it. That was beyond impressive. It was one game, he said, I'm going to get 3 picks. The guy actually got 3 interceptions that game.
Did he promote gambling at the same time?
Him and Biggs might have been in cahoots, maybe.
Mikey, relentless Mikey.
Is he the son of Brad Biggs?
You're killing me, bro.
Another one was Tony Parrish. I thought he was.
Oh, yes. I was heartbroken when he left the 49ers, man. Him and Mike Brown could have been a decade of like Legion of Boom number 2, man. Or number 1 before Legion of Boom. My God.
I agree.
Cliff, announce who it was since you looked it up.
It's definitely Mark Butterfield, guys. Well, okay, so for all of you that didn't get it correctly, Mark Butterfield was a second or third string quarterback for the Bears in like the early 90s, late 90s. he had a cannon for a fucking arm, dude. I was like, dude, this is the guy. Because, we all have grown up Bears fans, like, rooting for the second string quarterback because our first string quarterback sucked asshole. So, like, back in the 90s, it was Mark Butterfield for me. So, like Mark Butterfield got away from us, guys. He had a gun. He had a cannon.
Charles has got a good one. Dennis Gentry.
Oh, yes.
So,
God.
And you know what, Eric? Because I met him, actually, and it was such a mess up, man. Didn't even recognize him or nothing. I was sitting in a bar next to him, sitting with him and my buddy. We're drinking, and there's a picture of him right there, and I still didn't know for about 20 fucking minutes, man. And we're just
Unreal. Was he as cool as he seemed in in real life?
Absolutely, dude. He just there was nothing. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm Dennis. Let me buy you a fucking drink. No, let me buy.
Oh my gosh!
He drank wine spritzers, man. I was freaking.
That is
drinking beers, but whatever. It was
that
fun.
is fucking hilarious, Foster. Because I met Dennis Gentry at a fucking Chuck E. Cheese.
Addison and Western, man.
No.
Wow.
I can't remember the bar over there.
You met him at like a kid's birthday party, Shorty?
Yes, exactly. A Chuck E.
Wow.
Cheese.
Wow.
I love you, Mark Gentry or Dennis Gentry. I love you.
It had to have been Showbiz Pizza back then, right? Not Chuck E. Cheese.
No, it was Chuck E. Cheese. It was before Showbiz.
Oh, wait a second. Wasn't Showbiz Pizza first and it got changed to Chuck E. Cheese? Isn't that what happened?
Maybe. But I met him there.
I got to just throw this in. Virgil Livers, who was Lemuel Stinson before Lemuel Stinson.
Oh.
I got one for you guys. The guy who became an NBC reporter.
Troy Aikman.
No. He was like the king of the draw for the Bears. What was his name?
You're not talking about Merrill Hodge, are you?
Fucking wide receiver? The wide receiver?
I think it was number 20 for the Bears in like the 70s. A white guy. Is it Mike Adamley? Yes. I think
Mike Adamley.
Oh.
Yeah. Played at North. He's a Chicago guy. He's from Northwestern. Yep. He went to NBC and then ABC. I thought you were talking about Johnny Morris, too, was another guy. Because still.
I love you, chat, man. You guys are so awesome.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Mike Adamley, poor guy. Guy is dealing with Alzheimer's and stuff. I don't know if you recall in recent years. I feel for him. Yeah. Real sad.
Yeah.
Fucking Cliff saying, I try to never set foot in a Chuck E. Cheese. You know what's funny about that, Cliff? I had a Chuck E. Cheese pizza yesterday for lunch.
I used to love their pizza, man. It was good. At least back then it was.
No, listen.
I fucking love PJ, man.
Listen, this is a funny story. I had a dream.
I'll throw one more name in, man. This guy is you guys. Dick Gordon led the NFL in receptions and yards for the Chicago Bears, I think, in 1971. Led the NFL.
Was he off injured with a groin injury?
He played 14 games.
Dick Gordon.
Oh, wrong Gordon. Sorry.
Dick Gordon.
Oh, he got over 1,000 yards too.
Fucking Kyle Gordon needs to fucking play football, guys. Stop with the groin injuries. Oh, I have a groin injury. I'm gonna play. Oh, I'm warming up. No, I have a fucking groin injury. Like Kyle Gordon.
You ever had a groin pool now? Have you ever had a groin pull?
Other than when I pull my groin, no.
70, 100 women in the last month. No.
Groin pull is tough, bro.
It's tough to walk, man. It's tough to even walk, honestly.
It's tough to do anything.
I've broken ribs. I know.
It's like you think you're going well, and then you stretch it a certain type of way that you haven't been doing, and it hurts all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like climbing a ladder.
I pull by groin.
Let me ask you this. I got a question for all you guys on the panel. Who would you rather have signed, knowing that based on drafted in the same year, everyone in chat, all of you guys, who would you rather have signed to a big league contract? Kyler Gordon or Jaquan Brisker?
Kyler Gordon.
No, Jaquan Brisker.
Kyler Gordon.
Hold on, no, stop. Let's walk through this with Shorty, okay? This is the player, Jaquan Brisker, who maybe there were some weird circumstances with it.
Maybe.
The player was on IR and not playing because
all
of a
this year,
concussion for 12 straight weeks. And Kyler Gordon was a fringe Pro Bowler.
Played the entire
This is
season.
the most insane,
This year,
asinine
bro.
recency bias I have ever seen.
He's played the most of the season this year, though.
Right. You said, who would you rather have signed last year?
Carl, let me ask you this question. Okay. You signed Kyler last year. Boom. We don't see him this year. If we would have signed Brisker last year and boom, not saw him this year, you'd say the same thing. So
what's the argument here?
We're sitting here watching Brisker play most of the games this year after not getting a contract, and we're watching Kyler Gordon play most of nearly any games with the contract. So what's the fucking?
I have a better argument.
If you were to sign Brisker right now as we speak, I promise you he'd probably be injured next year, the same way Gordon is. It's just we're fucked either way, I guess is the point.
I think it's done and over with, right? Like, again, last year, one player was riddled with a concussion for 12 weeks. The other flashed Pro Bowl talent on a bad team that, he couldn't be a Pro Bowler because his team didn't win enough. So the Bears paying Brisker, or Kyler Gordon rather, is totally fine in my opinion. I don't really think there's an argument. I can make a chat poll if you want. But
on that, make the chat poll. But Cliff had testicular surgery on one of his balls, and one was the size of a cantaloupe. So he wanted to know if that counted, because the other one was like a frozen peas were his best friend or something like that.
Was he making a joke about this Kyler Gordon question, or what are we doing here?
We were talking about going polls.
I have a better question. Would you rather, because the Bears don't have any safeties.
Make a poll.
Pokemon Go to the polls, Foster. Okay?
Oh, my God.
The Bears have no safeties under contract in 2026. Zero.
We've been talking about it all year.
Would you rather re-sign Jaquan Brisker or Kevin Byard, knowing that Byard is going to be better for shorter term, and Brisker, who is your second-round draft pick, is going to cost more money and maybe not as playing as well as Byard, but has more life to him, presumably.
I'm gonna have to defer to Ben Johnson and Ryan Poles on this one. Probably Dennis Allen and maybe another guy in there too. Being honest, we've been talking about this all year. Like the season didn't even start. We don't have anybody signed for next year. Can we beat Cleveland Sunday?
This motherfucker.
Can we?
Look, Iceberg's just putting her. What's going on? Poles balls? What are you hearing, Iceberg? What's going on? Poles balls.
Brisker has played all year, but he has not played on the Pro Bowl level. He has been okay. When Kyler is playing, he's playing at a high level, in my opinion. So, to say I would rather have signed Brisker last year, given the fact that he set out 12 games last year because of a concussion, no way. I wouldn't have wanted to have signed him. I'm surprised, honestly, that he hasn't received a concussion this year. So, Kyler, yeah, get your groin right, and let's move forward. But to answer the question as far as who would you rather sign between Byard and Brisker, that's a tough one. I would want both. Of course, not at the high rate, but I would want both. But if I had to choose, I would say Byard because he's been more productive than what Brisker has been.
And he's been
I would.
right?
I would
healthier?
say that again.
The health issue on Byard would be my question, because I don't remember.
I don't think Byard has even been on the injury report this year.
He has never been.
He hasn't missed a game in
ever.
Okay,
God knows how long.
That's the answer. Then
Here's what I would do.
I gotta choose.
Maybe I'm wrong when I say this, but I just talked to Adam Mason about this. Do you know what football player, according to PFF, has the highest special teams grade among qualifying players? Call it 30% of the team's special team snaps played.
Hardy.
Close.
I knew I was going to say that.
Daniel Hardy's top 10. The number one player, according to PFF and their great subjectivity, the highest graded special teams player in the NFL.
Wait, can I guess?
Go for
it. Steve Stenstrom.
Travis Homer.
Yeah, Travis Homer's flirting top 30 in the NFL.
Oh, my fault. I forgot. Josh Blackwell.
Yep.
No, which pains me to say.
Okay.
Tony Orgenson.
No. We're gonna give Matt Eberflus his flowers for this draft pick and the development of.
He had a good game too against Green Bay.
Yes. Elijah Hicks has the highest graded special teams rating according to PFF in the NFL out of all 32 teams.
Hey, 7th round pick, right?
Yeah. Again, I would call what I would do is re-sign Kevin Byard. I would let Jaquan Brisker walk unless something changes in the next few weeks here, or if his contract fits the bill. I would re-sign Elijah Hicks, and I would draft the replacement on day 3.
I love that chat poll. You guys are awesome.
I think that if I'm not mistaken, Byard has not missed a practice nor a game because of injury in his whole NFL career. So he's getting up there in age. I get it. So I mean, I
leading the league again.
So I have to go with Byard, but in the same token, I'm looking at Brisker because I don't want to see a drafted player of ours walk out the door yet again without us. I mean, just letting them walk out the door.
Would you?
I ain't trying to break the bank to re-sign him. Let me be clear. I mean, he has to be reasonable. Hey, bro, you missed 12 games because of a concussion, and you had other injuries. So no.
Does any one of those players that you just mentioned fall within the first pick in the entire draft last year?
The first pick?
Yeah. So you don't want to lose any of your draft picks. Does that include Caleb Williams?
What the fuck?
I'm just asking. I don't.
Shorty, do you want to lose your left hand or your right hand
I'm
or
lose
both?
my left nut right now for this. But okay, I'll see you guys later.
PJ,
so for our audio listeners, Shorty's gonna go bust a nut.
Pete's like, you know what, Shorty, you can go bust a nut.
Yikes!
All right, well that's the show then.
Well, at least what's going to happen in Cleveland?
Well, I'm going to tell you what right now. Here's one thing, Foster. We are over 3 hours right now.
I know.
This is not going to go any more than 3 hours and 15 minutes. I can promise you that.
Oh, I thought that after 3 hours we started drinking Cutwaters on screen.
Well, if you're going to do 3 hours and 15 minutes or more, it's going to be without me. I promise you that. It might be a better show. But
well, you already missed half of it anyway.
Wow. Wow.
Hey. Was that a flag? Oh, I don't got a flag with me. Was that a
flag? I just go with the red card.
He killed Foster. Oh, because the World Cup 2026 venues get announced, Foster?
Yes.
Or the schedule, I'm sorry?
You down with BCP? Down with BCP? You down with BCP?
Make it stop.
BCP. That's the way we do things limitlessly. Yeah.
Make it stop. Somebody make it stop. Somebody make it stop.
Make it stop. Somebody make it stop. Foster's dancing. PJ's just like, I will never dance.
I've been up since 5. I didn't take my nap because I wanted to be on the show this week.
What the fuck?
Did you keep your coffin open the whole day? What's going on here?
Oh my gosh.
I did. You want to hear something funny? I wanted to catch the pre-show and tell you guys, I drove around for 45 minutes because I was afraid I was going to lay on my own bed. I swear to God. I did it tonight, man. And then I'm like, okay, eat, and then just jump right on the show. And that didn't happen for like another 15 minutes, man. I'm like,
so I called you last.
I had to go sit in my lazy boy recliner for a minute. I'm like, dude, if you do that.
I called you last night. We talked for a while.
Lazy boy.
I said I'm going to call you tomorrow before the show just to make sure. I'd be like, Foster, Are you awake right now? You're like, yeah, please do that. And I totally forgot. And thank God you're here because you made the show.
Such a good guy.
You are a good guy, Foster.
Oh, so much you.
Have we?
Oh, well, I appreciate you appreciating that.
Hey, seems like you said you was going to call him and you didn't. You're a good guy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate.
It's not important. We're all sitting here.
Gentlemen,
this is not important.
I appreciate you appreciating me appreciating you appreciating that, PJ.
I appreciate that you guys can appreciate each other in an appreciating way.
Listen,
I appreciate you playing Santa this year, Foster.
Yeah, it's about time. You finally play Santa Claus again.
Whoa!
I can't. This is terrible. It won't go. It curls. It's like a freaking. It reminds me of my 16-year-old dog's mat when it got wet.
Oh my God!
Look at this. Look at this. It just stays. But when I want to put it like to make it look right, then it just curls up all different fucking ways, man.
I agree there, Relentless.
You guys, so tonight, no, tomorrow, whenever the fuck I get up, is gonna be the first time I trimmed this shit since the season started and I shaved it all off. I haven't touched it.
Foster, after that loss, when I sat there on my couch watching the loss of the Packers, I just like,
if he starts yelling, I'm gonna pull him.
I went to bed. As I was laying in bed, I thought, "Fuck this beard! I'm gonna fucking shave it tomorrow. It's gone. Fuck this playoff beard." And I thought, well, I can't do that because if I shave the beard, if I even trim it, it's gonna be my fault that they lost that next game.
Now you can pull him, Carl, just for thinking that dumb shit.
Not this game.
I think this segues perfectly in tonight's final segment.
Yeah.
Be quiet. It's my turn to talk now. And guess what? I want to see everybody's dicks out right now.
PJ, that includes you. Tonight, everyone. Holy shit, he's actually doing it.
Did you notice Shorty leaning into his camera too?
Look at this BBC that I got here right now.
Holy shit. Okay, anyway.
Cliff, what exactly are you talking about?
Nothing. Hey. Wasn't me.
I'm just saying.
Hey, wasn't me.
What exactly is Cliff talking about there? After it grows a while, it gets itchy and uncomfortable. What you talking about, Cliff? Hold on, buddy. What you talking about, buddy? Hold on.
This is ridiculous. All right, for our audio listeners, tonight's polls got this shit. The results from tonight's chat poll. The dying question that Shorty was asking, or begging to ask everyone, would you rather be A? It was split between 6 votes, right down the middle. 50% said they'd rather be a dildo. 50% said they'd rather be a douchebag. So there you go, Dan.
I missed that one. Where?
I told you, it was a very short poll that started before the show started.
6 votes.
For those of us that are special enough, like me, I get to be both.
Wow. Anyway,
wait.
Today was a very DJ Moore centered episode. So I asked the chat, would you rather rate DJ, or how would you rate DJ Moore's speed? Give it a Madden rating. Hands up.
50% said they would rather be a dildo and a douchebag. It was down the middle. That's hilarious.
But 100% did not say both. I should have put both as an option.
Wait. You put that poll way too early when there was not enough people to answer that poll.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you, Shorty,
right
for
now, would you rather
joining
be
the
a
show.
dildo or a douchebag?
Literally said that 2 minutes ago. Now you're just now catching on. Okay.
Yep. That's
Wait, PJ, are you
He's been here for a while.
What the fuck is this show? Anyway, so I asked the chat what they'd rate DJ Moore's speed based
Madden
on, let's
rating.
call it a Madden rating. And 53% said he'd be between a 90 and a 94. 41% said between an 80 and an 89. 6% said 79 or less. And 0% actually said 95 plus out of 17 votes. I
runs a
would
4-4.
say... What's that?
He runs a 4-4.
Right. So I think the 80 to 89 at the very least is fair.
89, yes, I agree.
So I then asked, what should the Bears do with DJ Moore? 47% said to trade him. 42% said more targets and treat him as wide receiver 1, and 11% said more of the same out of 19 votes.
I would say because I didn't vote on that. I would say number 2 there, more targets.
What a surprise, PJ. What a surprise.
Well, so
I asked
DJ Moore's
Daniel.
Madden rating is 92.
Wow. Wait, Madden rating. What about his speed in Madden, though?
Speed, though.
He has a 92 speed rating alongside a 92 acceleration and a 93 agility.
Yeah.
Wow.
Overall, his
Now, is that
his
Madden
overall
Ultimate Team,
rating
though?
is a 92, 93.
Yeah.
Okay.
If proper health, 94 plus. So
Chad
I
is
think-
not stupid. They looked that shit up, bro.
I think Foster's using the good old AI. Anyway, I asked Daniel Shortino how he feels after the Packers loss. 45% said that they felt angry. 44% said optimistic. 11% said sad. And that was out of a total of 18 votes.
I said angry, by the way.
Then we got into the more important questions. We asked who is at fault for Brad Biggs blocking Carl on Twitter. 36% said Carl.
Oh, that's
22% said Brad. 21% said Twitter itself. And the other 21% said Foster out of a total of 14. Oh, I guess I put it on there twice. I didn't even realize that. Holy shit. Anyway, does Myles Garrett break the sack record versus the Bears?
You're right,
69% said no out of 16 votes.
all right.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
And then the final question. Who would you have preferred to sign in the offseason of 2025? Because our host decided that was a pertinent question. Out of 12 votes, 67% said the player who did not receive a concussion and be out for 12 games, Kyler Gordon.
I lost.
That was really,
I lost.
that was
that one.
really hard to get through.
Carl, you're right. That was AI, but that's hilarious.
Oh, we lost Shree. Where's Shree?
So his overall's an
He
85.
had to go use the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
His
PJ?
overall's an 85, but
Oh crap, PJ! Please tell me I muted myself. How the hell did you know that?
95 and jumping.
Mikey says, we is a smart chat.
PJ,
Well,
last chance. Are you?
PJ
Is
just says
PJ,
it once every show, so he's going to be right once in a while.
is PJ letting me answer this? I'll give it 30 seconds.
No.
Okay, I'm not touching
No.
it, chat. I'm sorry, Cliff. I'm not touching it.
Clear. Members only.
I don't know if that'll happen
Members
tonight, if
only.
I'm being honest.
Go off, Carl. I want to hear it
Let's do
all.
it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow would be a really good. I should just make a
What-
video on it.
What time? What time?
What time?
All right, guys. Thank you
Let
guys
us
for
know.
joining us. Let's get to the chat.
Oh, PJ's taking this shit over.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Relentless Mikely, I appreciate you being here tonight. Cliff Victoria, members only. Steve Rogers, Patty L,
Patty Armando
Steve Rogers,
Lera Jr. Patty Armando Lera Jr.
and Mr. Mayhem,
Mr. Mayhem. Like Mayhem,
King Buka,
I can't even explain
Bob
our
Ward.
love for Mr. Mayhem. Like Mr. Mayhem kind of runs under the radar because he's not like a member, and he's not. I don't care about that shit. It's just like
Minister Charles,
it's just like he gets stuck behind the radar. And
John S.
we love
Iceberg, Slim, thank you.
we love you, Mr. Mayhem.
Tony Moy, Mr. Shorty.
And PJ's going go
Put your
PJ.
score predictions in the chat as we leave.
Yep. 1992 Montiel.
Patty's saying good night, guys. You guys are the best. Thank you, Patty. Thank you.
Team Pang Dog was here.
Wait,
And dog.
wait. Excuse me. Where the fuck is it? Somebody help me there.
Yeah, I'll have some egg rolls, some ping ping dong, and
What? No super chats? And a glass
What,
of
no
Sac-
super chats?
Chardonnay.
What, no super chats? What, no super chats?
Stop it, Carl.
what? No super chats?
Man. So yeah, guys, thank you for joining us in the chat. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Lloyd Crimson too. Appreciate you, buddy.
Well, I want to thank some of the newbies too. Like, there's been a lot of newbies that were in there tonight. Geez Louise. Iceberg Slim.
Harry Boschler, holler.
Harry Bosch holler.
Well, newbies and some oldies. Iceberg, good to see you again. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tony Moy, thank you for joining us tonight.
Frank Murdoch.
1992 Montiel.
Armando Lara Jr.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Need to draft this safety. Wait a super chat.
Mikey.
Mikey, thank you for your super chat, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Apparently, PJ wants to get the hell out of here. So you want to just say goodnight so we can wrap this up after you?
Quato total. Yeah, thank you. I can. What is Quato total recall? Yeah.
It's always great to see new people in here in our chat. It's amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Bob Ward.
King Jeremy.
Bob Ward, my high school basketball coach, man.
The Scrolls.
And
Vitality.
Who else?
Gmail. Is that his name?
Gmail. Yeah.
Sigma. What do I? What am I missing here?
John S.
Yeah, I said
John 333.
Alex is my name. Oh,
Alex, my name. John 33:16. That's from the Bible, right?
Thank you, Michael Hunt. Whoever
Mike Hunt.
Mike Hunt.
I said it specifically to end it.
Listen, we've got a lot of stuff going on here on BCP. Unfortunately, this coming Monday, we do not have Greg Gabriel anymore. Greg's going back to the bar room with Aldo, and he had a stroke, and we are so happy to hear that he is back to his full content creation. He is the Podfather. He is the sister channel of us, or we are the sister channel of him, and we are.
There's no. We're the brother channel.
We're the child of
the child channel of the bar room, and
brother.
I am just honored to be able to have taken on the Greg Gabriel show with Jason and I last couple of weeks. But Greg Gabriel Talks Football will be back on the Bar Network this Monday coming up. And then we will have the British Bears on Tuesday. And then we will be back next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Sriram, I mean, what can we say about you, bro? Like, you are the shit, and I should probably be giving you your kudos right now if I can find it. Unfortunately, I'm not the producer. Here you go.
Shiro, but the authority. We talking about Shiro. We talking to Shiro. It's been a long time, baby. Shiro, pop the.
What? No super chats?
Shit. Fuck Green Bay.
Shri, I've told you this before. I'll tell you again. You have an unlimited pass to this channel. Whenever you want to join us, you are welcome. We love you and appreciate you. All of your insight is amazing. You are fucking amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight.
And forget about all that. That's reflected back on all three of you. Like, every time I have a chance to be with all of you and hang out for this time, it's more enjoyable than I could ever even describe, to be able to ask questions and speak to people who are the opposite of what I had described when talking about everyone else out there, radio, media. It's been so refreshing every single time. So I can't thank all three of you enough. Starting with you, obviously, Foster, I'll say it every single time. I don't know any of you if not for you. So all thanks to you. And Shorty, what you do is amazing. The GoFundMe you set up, I don't know anyone else who would do that. And to encourage people to do something good for people without any hidden agenda. So it was very, very sweet. And PJ, I just get drawn to keep on asking you questions, as you've probably probably noticed because I get to learn a lot from you, man. So it's really a pleasure.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. You're a good dude.
I love these
Thank you,
guys. I want to get this in real quick. Pete, I'm going to be just like DJ Moore in about 6-8 months with Sriram. He's going to be kicking me out the fucking door instead. Instead of thanking me, he's going to be going, what the hell did I get? You know, what's going on?
Remember, we had an agreement. You take my job and I'll take this one. We had an agreement.
No, I don't nothing. But I want to show you guys something else too. I forgot. Fucking tree. Found this in the closet. I don't know if can you see it?
Yeah, we can see
Oh,
it.
hell yes. Hell yes.
The years on it?
91.
Wow.
92.
93, 96, 90s.
Amazing.
90.
Amazing.
5 times. That's how old this shirt is. It's before the
Wow.
It's before the 6th one.
Something hanging out in the closet. I got so much of this. Oh my god, it's insane. And it's
anything else, Foster?
Yeah. Love you guys. Happy holidays, everybody. I think I'm gonna look for the old Santa hat, man. Maybe I can get the red flannel out. It's about time.
I've got my I've got a Bears Santa hat coming up, a Christmas hat coming up for the
And
next.
you know, Shorty, because you've seen it. I've got the red sleigh out there. That's what I call the Acura. The sleigh. Literally, it's called the sleigh.
It's missing a wheel and it's got like gas poured in the trunk of your trunk, but
No,
it
that was not
still works.
Honda. That was the one where the wheel did fall off. It's back on the road, man.
The Scrolls.
It's December. I need to ski. Good night, everybody.
The Scrolls want you to know that he's in his shower listening to you guys.
Wow.
He just wants you to know.
So what are you wearing, Scrolls?
Shorty.
Well, I'm just asking the question. Like, what
Good
are you
night,
wearing?
everybody.
Hey,
good night, everybody.
Listen, everyone in chat, we love you guys. You are, for the 100 millionth time, the reason why we do this. If not for you, I promise you, this would not be possible. It's an honor and a blessing that you guys are here with us every single time we do a show, no matter whether it's us or the British Bears now, which are gaining big traction, and we had the luxury of having
more views than us.
More views than us. And we have the luxury of Greg Gabriel getting far more views than us. And I want to thank Aldo for that. And we want to wish Aldo a happy recovery. He's on his way. He's recovering from his stroke. He's going to be back on his own channel doing the Gabriel Talks football on Monday this week. So don't come here. Go back to the ballroom for that. But we appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight and every Thursday night, and with the British Bears, because they are really building some traction, man. Like, especially with like Dave coming on, like, you know, so it's like 3 British Bears
program, man.
It's amazing, yeah. It's a freaking honor, and all of you guys in chat are the reason why we do this. And I promise you guys, we love you guys. I want to thank all of you as members: Cliff, John, Mikey, every one of you, Chad, John.
Members only. There is a special content going to be tonight.
It's
members only.
It's already uploaded. It's already uploaded. You can find it right now on our channel.
There's going to be a special content tonight. Carl will be answering a lingering question about Michigan, so that'll be for our members only.
And I want to thank all of you.
Am I a member, Peach?
You are. You're like the only person that pays to be a member on your own channel. Like, you're amazing. I love you, bro. Shri, want to thank you. What happened to him?
He left.
He pulled a fucking Foster, dude. He just bailed.
I'm like, Shri, I
want to thank you. See ya.
Although you left, Shri, we appreciate you coming on tonight, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
It's an honor to have Shri. Here he comes. Shri, come back in.
Yeah, sorry, man. You said my name and suddenly I got kicked out. I don't know what the hell happened.
It's me.
We set it up that way. The next person that said it, you were gone.
Yeah. But I want to thank you, Shri. Like, you're freaking awesome. You have an open invitation to this channel. Anytime you want to join us, please join us. I love getting the text from you like, hey, can I come on? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, sir, so much. I would love to the next time as soon as you guys will have me. So thank you so much.
Anytime, man. I love all you guys. Foster, PJ, Shri, Carl. Great freaking job tonight, Carl. Amazing. Carl is the best producer in the business right now. I promise you guys. I
am
promise
confirmed biggest Josh Blackwell meat writer.
And
that's our Carl.
This ecosystem here.
He loves Josh Blackwell. I promise you that.
And apparently Brad Biggs is best friend.
Say no to gambling.
It is great to see like some old names back in there. Iceberg, all you guys, like you guys are amazing. We love you guys. We
Appreciate you guys.
We will see you. Well, we'll see you on Tuesday with the British Bears, but then we'll see you again next week. Same time, same BCP channel on Thursday next week. Hey, let's end this shit on a
1, 2, 3.
let's end the shit on my dorky ass Bears. Ready? Uno, dos, tres.
1, 2, 3.
Bears.
Bears.
The Bears. Bears.
He's a baller, man. I hate him though. Like Michigan guy, I can't stand him, man.
We BCP, we BCP. We BCP.